Y'all's the hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it. Your homies on it. Y'all's the hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it. Your homies on it.
What up, what up? We back. Realest podcast ever. I have no idea what episode number this is. I stopped counting a long time ago.
Damn, the worst direction. You just don't know what to expect.
We back in the spot, man. Everybody seemed to love the visual from last week. We had to run it back, even though our backs paid the price.
Yeah, we almost died.
We switched the chairs up. You know what I'm saying? We got backs this time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This don't work. I got my seat cushion out in the truck. I'm gonna go get that motherfucker. We'll see.
I'm gonna go get some Chevy Silverado seats if this shit don't work. Put them Jones on a cinder block.
I went to go buy a seat cushion and my homie was like, yeah, they sell them Jones at Five Below. I'm like, Five Below don't seem like, you know, it's gonna get me where I need to be. Yeah. I went and bought an Armor All joint.
Oh,
that joint is
good joint.
Oh, good joint.
You know what's interesting about black people? We add like words and like letters and stuff to shit that don't apply. Like it's Five Below. You talk to a black person,
it's
five and below.
Yeah, you're right.
Like how do we? Where did the and come from?
I remember somebody said that to me one day, and I was like, "What you talking about, man?" And I actually looked at the sign. I'm like, Five Below. That's stupid as shit.
There's something missing.
Yeah, because why would the store be named Five Below?
Yeah, like that.
Is it a temperature store?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that basically seems like the normal person would read that and be like, "Oh, it's a degree thing."
Yeah.
Like five below what?
Yeah.
And is it Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Yeah. But five and below means $5
everything is $5 and below.
Even though they slide a couple sevens in there.
A couple eights.
Got a 9 over there if you ain't paying attention. Because we was in there with her goddaughter. We threw a couple shingles on the counter. She was like, yeah, your total was 23. I'm like, five. How the fuck we get to 23? Like, yeah, man.
I remember when Dollar General went from being like, you know, they like, you know, it's around $1. Like, it ain't $1.
Low key, if you a soda drinker, for all my soda drinkers out there, Dollar General is where you go.
Oh.
Because they have 12 packs of soda. Every now and then they do these sales where if you buy 7 cases, you get each case for $2.
That's a lot of goddamn cases.
But for $14, you gotta buy 7 though. You gotta be just big boy draws for to carry them up.
Runs. Gotta bring a friend.
Yeah, but Dollar General be having them deals like a motherfucker, man. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. See what I'm saying?
You found some soda last week.
Had to re-up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Real quick.
Yeah.
We on some food shit. I want us to do a video vlog YouTube experience where we do the top 10 cheesesteaks in Philly.
Oh, we have to.
Because I think us doing it would be absolutely hilarious. Yeah. And I'd like to see our perspective on because I keep it up with you. I had a cheesesteak the other day from a big name place that people go crazy about, and I'm like, joint ain't it?
You didn't like it?
I went to Cafe Carmela's.
Oh yeah, Cafe Carmela's not it.
So I called Stella's. They ran out of rolls. I said, what does that even mean? Because it's Thursday.
Yeah, you want to know some lettuce?
Yeah. God, we got sliced white if you want some of that. But she was like, yeah, they ran out of rolls. So I was like, well, I'm up in the area, whatever. I know Carmela's is close. Yeah. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just go over there. I never went to Carmela's before.
Yeah.
They spun me from the jump when I ordered the cheesesteaks, and I'm like, how do we order cheesesteaks as black people?
Salt, pepper, ketchup, fried onions, mayonnaise.
It's just, it really, I don't need no banana peppers. I don't need oysters. I don't need pickles. I don't need none of that shit.
You know the new white people thing is like the pepper seeds. Like
I've heard that a couple
wet
times.
Red peppers, the crushed Jones or whatever.
It's not a steak. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not a steak.
Cherry peppers. Crushed cherry peppers.
They spun me from the jump with them. Yeah, we can do salt and pepper, mayonnaise, and ketchup after it's done. And I'm just like,
starting off bad.
We starting off wrong already, yo.
Yeah, messing up the blend.
Yeah, and I don't know. Mayonnaise just don't go on top of Paul's hot beef. I just don't want nothing.
That's a foundation. If you must, because I'm a non-mayonnaise on my cheesesteak guy, but I understand the psychology of it. But if you must, it has to go first.
Yo, Philly cheesesteak really is a psychology thing.
Yeah.
It really, like, you could do a thesis on this shit.
Yeah, how you order it
Yeah.
will determine. It's like my man Zeke used to say all the time. These deals are won on the front end.
Yeah.
Like, so if you don't negotiate right on the front end, you already lost.
You fuck your cheesesteak up on the front end, this shit is going downhill. Yeah, man. I told you years ago going in D'Alessandro's and I was like, yeah, let me get cheesesteak, salt, pepper, ketchup, mayonnaise, fry. And she's like, no, you can do that after you want it with onions. I'm like, yeah. She's like, let me get one with. I'm like, one with? And that's how they order. Yeah. One with, one without. Like, that's a real thing.
I think they've changed that since then.
You know, the onion's been cooking since this morning. Over on the other side. No.
What's the John? Where UPS at? Oregon.
Oh, pork. Roast pork.
No,
Tony Luke's. Yeah, it's Tony's and some. Tony got a partner now.
All American Luke's.
Tony and another nigga.
Yeah. You get a whiz with or whiz
Yeah,
without.
whiz with or whiz without. That's a real thing. So I ordered a steak, no mayonnaise, no ketchup. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, well, I want salt, pepper, ketchup. It just goes together.
It's a choke sandwich at this point.
She's like, we can do salt and pepper, but you can do mayonnaise, ketchup afterwards. We'll put it in the bag. I'm like, don't put no mayonnaise in that bag. What you talking about?
Tag it up in 8.
What you talking about, man? And I don't know if they did it to be smart, but it feels like, because but you can do salt and pepper. She's like, yes, we'll do salt and pepper. It feels like they overly salt and peppered my steak.
Yeah, it's a dab. It's not.
Yeah, it's not like
it's
salt.
Yeah, it's at a 45 degree angle, not a 90 degree angle.
Yeah, you putting it on there to be a flavor, and it's just like, I ain't even really supposed to taste it. I'm supposed to just know. Psychology. I'm just supposed to know it's in there. And to me, y'all gonna get mad at me. The Cooper Sharp cheese thing
It's jumped the shark.
has gone a little off the like.
It's jumped the shark.
American block standard. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck the cheapest American cheese you got, a couple slices of that, swirl it around and throw it. Like the Cooper Sharp, where it's overly cheese, like where you pick the sandwich up and the cheese
is pulling apart. It's too much cheese.
That shit was
And all black people are lactose intolerant.
Everyone was.
It's either mildly or extreme, but we all are lactose intolerant. You can't overly cheese our situation.
So we got halfway through them sandwiches, both bathroom doors slamming in the motherfucker. Boom. Like, I'll be back. Boom. Like, dog. And the steak was just overly cheesy. They didn't cut the shit. And I'm just like, yo, man.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me. If you don't cut my steak, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not from
Cause
here.
what the fuck make you
What is this?
think I'm from here?
What is this shit? I refuse.
I thought it was just me. I was like, yo, got me picking this joint up like it's a Heisman. Yeah,
Don't walk.
2 hands on this joint. Like, yeah, man. I was so unimpressed and just so under. I threw the second half of it out. I'm just like, yo,
That's a strong commitment.
And I went to Stella's. I thought they were excellent.
Stella's all that.
I thought they were excellent.
Stella's all that. Stella's, you gotta eat in shifts.
Oh yeah.
You gotta eat in shifts. You get a half now, half 8 hours later.
You got enough to make another little steak sandwich.
Steak and eggs. Thank you so much, goddamn steak.
I know this might sound crazy. Pause in advance. When he handed it to me, I said, "Why you got so much meat on this joint?" That's what I said. I said, "Yo, there's no way this is a regular cheesesteak." That shit was humongous, dog. I couldn't believe that shit. I opened it. It was enough steak and shit falling out the roll to where I took it, put it in a bowl, and made a whole nother sandwich after that sandwich was done.
Yeah.
You know, little Kaisers, so I'm at the deli.
Like a little cheesesteak sloppy Joe.
Oh, yeah, man. But I want us to basically go and review all the big John Roast and Max's, Tony Luke, Gino, just all of them.
My main thing in the year 2025 with a cheesesteak is consistency. Like from time to time when I come here, I want the same quality every fucking time.
I'll take you a step further. Quality and consistency is important. For me, because we live in this world where now, you know they got a rule now where every car got to have a backup camera.
Oh, really? That's a lot.
Every car created, no matter what the fuck you get in it, even have you seen where they got the backup camera in the rear view mirror?
Yeah,
no matter what you do, you got to have some type of something that shows you what's behind your car for safety. That's a federally regulated thing.
Makes sense.
And because we're in a world now where everything is evolving and all this new shit, and we're trying all these new things and eating all these new foods and new flavors and new tastes and fusions and Asian fusion and cheesesteak legitimately isn't supposed to evolve. And now we have so many people trying to evolve.
Yeah.
Like, I keep it a buck with you. Even down to the seeded roll thing, I feel like it's good, but again, it's starting to jump the shark.
I'm a fan of the seeded roll, and once upon a time, you could only really get the seeded roll at John's Roast Pork.
It was
Everybody
like a
else
few places that had it. Now, but even Amoroso's rolls.
Yeah.
Just give me a regular ass roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to a cheese. They dropped Sandman is dropping the rolls off at 4 a.m. You ever see that with them big brown bags?
Yeah.
They just throw them in front of the business and keep it the fuck smoking.
Like Mel.
Years ago, Sandman was driving the Amoroso's truck. He dropped the bread off in front of Falloons. We was going up to the 36. We was like, yo, you Sandman? He's like, shut the fuck up. And got back in the truck and took the fuck
Out of here, young boy.
No. Like, give me an Amoroso's roll with mayonnaise on the bread, American cheese on my steak, salt, pepper, ketchup, and a healthy amount of onions that are actually fried. Not these big ass onion peels that aren't cooked the fuck. The onions the other day weren't cooked. Like when you bite into the onion and that joint like,
She's like, nah.
it's like, all right. Was that an apple slice?
Yeah.
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed.
Was that into a pear?
Was that a pear? Was that shit that crunchy? Like, I feel like we've gotten to the point now where because we've seen cheesesteaks take on a global thing, where there are cheesesteak people in England that say, oh, we got the best cheesesteaks in London, we got the best cheesesteaks in Sri Lanka. Now we, as Philadelphians, are trying to like
up the ante,
up the gourmet on a cheesesteak, and it's like, no. Where is the smoker? That's the first joint.
Right.
We need a smoker on the grill.
Like, show me your teeth. You got too many teeth.
You got too many teeth to even. This is G14 classified.
You got too many teeth.
Give me a smoker on the grill, an Amoroso's roll, American cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, cooked down fried onions, and some good 100% ribeye fucking beef that is thinly sliced.
Fair enough.
And that's a good ass cheesesteak.
Yeah.
That's a good ass cheesesteak. I don't need fucking, lettuce and all this crazy shit.
Yo, the cheesesteak hoagie is the wildest
I
thing
had
of all
one in my
time.
life and was just like, this is too much going on.
It's repulsive.
Yeah.
Because it's the blend of hot and cold. It's just again, psychology. It's a mind fuck. I can't get with the cheesesteak hoagie.
I went in the City View with one of my homies I worked with, and he was like, let me get the turkey burger. What the fuck, how the fuck did he order it? He ordered a turkey burger hoagie footlong. And I was like, say what now? And he was like, yeah, they'll take 2 turkey burgers,
chop
them up, put it on a hoagie roll, and then put all the hoagie shit on top of it. And I'm just like,
yeah, savage.
That's too much shit, man. That's too much going on.
And I'll go to Ishka Bibbles, and one of my go-tos is like a secret menu. I'll get a chopped turkey burger on a roll with American cheese and broccoli and ketchup. That's it. Like all the others, because it's all hot food.
Right.
All
the broccoli is hot.
The broccoli is hot. Like it's on the grill. It's basically it's like a
chopped cheese.
It's a chopped cheese. You know what I'm saying? But it's like once you start adding the cold whatever to the hot food, and I know the psychology of it, like with a cheeseburger, you get lettuce and tomato with a cheeseburger. It makes sense for some reason. That shit doesn't. The cheesesteak hoagie makes no sense.
Once you start pulling the sweet peppers out the jar and all that, it's just like, all right, man, like this is a hoagie. But I want us to do a cheesesteak vlog. That would be funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was thoroughly unimpressed with that joint. And I'm like, yo, people been piping them up for years. And I genuinely was like, no.
Yeah, I've been there like twice, and it was, it was just okay, but it was definitely something missing.
Yeah. For me, it was like knowing what I know about steaks and going to where I go, and I'm like, that wasn't on par with the better cheesesteaks I've had in this
I don't
city.
like, sorry, I love their pizza. I don't like Angelo's cheesesteak.
I like their hoagies more than their cheesesteaks.
Yeah, I haven't had a hoagie yet.
I think their hoagies are phenomenal. But the cheesesteak, I'll say this, they're good. y'all be acting like that shit is like
they reinvented
like the golden ticket, and it's like it ain't.
It was like a choke sandwich. Even though it was like mad cheese on there, it still was just like something is missing.
I keep it a buck. I think it's that Cooper Sharp cheese shit.
It might be.
I genuinely.
We might gotta go back to regular, degular American, original
government
recipe.
provided
original recipe, American cheese.
Yeah, the Cooper Sharp thing is just it's too. I know this might not make sense, but you have to understand. You ever have a cheese that's too cheesy? Mm-hmm. That's how it feels.
Yeah, like a Gouda.
It feels too cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just no. And to their point, they got phenomenal pizza, and I think they hoagies are great. But just the way people act for their cheesesteaks, I'm like, I don't see it, I don't understand it, I don't feel it. I think Taste got a better cheesesteak.
For sure. That jerk chicken cheesesteak from Taste, oh my God.
Like,
shout out Kev Dolce and our guy Ghost Baron, man. That jerk chicken cheesesteak, they regular cheesesteaks. Taste got the ball right now.
Yeah, I hadn't gone to Taste just cause, Jiggy Nigga Lunch. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't listened to our episode Jiggy Nigga Dinner on Patreon, please subscribe to the Patreon, listen to that. But I hadn't gone to Taste till we was all down there. We went and I got that regular cheese and I was just like, yo, this is the best cheese I've had in 8 years.
Yeah.
I was blown away at how good that shit was.
Yeah, it's a great top to bottom menu wise. They all their different variations of cheesesteaks is. Perfect.
I haven't gotten an oxtail cheesesteak yet.
I haven't gotten an oxtail cheesesteak.
Yeah, I don't have $40.
I'm afraid.
Yeah,
I'm afraid. We had oxtail pizza last week. It was delicious.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
But the pizza was 24.
Yeah.
40 is like. But I'll tell you what, Black Friday, I'm gonna come down there.
50% off sale.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down on Black Friday and try to get one of them oxtail cheesesteaks. But I wanna try it. I wanna see if it's as good as I think it is. Yeah. But I've heard the jerk chicken, the salmon, they're all really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do all of that.
I'm not a fan of, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Since we on the topic, fuck it. I hate the salmon cheesesteak. It bothers me. It's troublesome.
She like it. You like the salmon cheesesteak? No?
No. See, yeah.
I had the jerk chicken when we went.
Oh, I thought she had the salmon.
Yeah, the sense. I can't fuck with it from anywhere. I'm not saying Taste because I haven't had theirs. I'm saying from anywhere.
Just period.
The general thought of a salmon cheesesteak bothers me. I can't fuck with
the reason I agree with you. I've never had a salmon cheesesteak because I don't want that together.
Yeah.
I just want some. If I want salmon, I want rice.
I want a nice
vegetables.
Yeah. I want a little cedar plank.
The reason that I'm afraid of the salmon cheesesteak catching on and becoming more and more popular is I know you niggas gonna use tilapia sooner or later. And the tilapia cheesesteak is crazy. Cause this joint should only be $6. So it's like
a bag of tilapia this big, $4.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming.
Niggas gonna go up to the lobster cheesesteak
Dog.
with a crab leg.
A claw holding the steak together. They serve it with 2 claws holding the steak.
$80.
That'll be $80.
Like US?
Oh man. A seafood cheesesteak with the claws holding the shit together is crazy. But yeah, like once niggas start trying to get creative, all them teriyakis and lemon pepper, all that shit starts flowing. It's just like, leave that alone. I'm not a fan of the salmon cheesesteak. I've tasted a part of some ones and I was just like, it's salmon.
An underrated cheesesteak is the buffalo chicken cheesesteak. I'm not mad at the buffalo chicken
Can't do it. I can't really do buffalo chicken pizza. Because it'd be too much of that.
Yeah.
Like even when I get wings, I like light sauce. To that point, me and Deke last night, I was like, I get wings with the sauce on the side.
Right.
Give me a little dip,
right.
Boom.
Yeah.
But wings that be covered in sauce, I can't do it. I can't.
Do it.
And I know people who love sauce. I got people in my family, they dump sauce on every.
Yeah, my girl, her aunt, she won't eat sauce on anything. French fries,
dry
everything.
I used to be like that.
She's averse to sauce.
Yeah, I do like even when I get nuggets and shit, they be like blown away when I say no sauce.
That's the whole point.
We give you 2. They don't want 2. I be like, nah, just give me 10-piece, no sauce. They be fucked up by that.
Yeah.
I got people like, let me get his sauces. I'm like, give him the 2 barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, I genuinely just don't need sauce.
I gotta get my sauce. Fuck that.
Like with pizza, I'll get light sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like as the base. Like
the extreme.
Jules came here one day, I ordered pizza. He opened, he was like, man, what the fuck is this? And I was just like, what you mean? Cheese, light sauce? He said, man, this shit is garlic bread. Because he get extra sauce in it.
Right.
I can't do it, dog. I'll tell you what, the car out there, you know what I'm saying? It should still be warm. You can run back there, get you a pie, you'll be good to go. I can't do the sauce shit. Like, even, I don't know how we're going down this rabbit hole, but like, do you like a lot of shit on your pizza?
No.
At
this point, I eat cheese pizza, I eat beef pepperoni pizza, and every now and again, I'll get grilled chicken pizza.
You are a grilled chicken pizza person. I know this sounds nuts, but I like bacon on pizza.
I mean, people put bacon on everything.
Bacon,
now.
you can't never, you know what I'm saying?
Bacon is like a
bacon
universal.
and pineapple, for some reason, is like the two. And I don't know.
It used to be ham and pineapple. It used to be, and it evolved to bacon.
I stopped eating meat lovers because I don't like ham and I don't like meatball. Meatball on pizza is sinister.
Yo, all right, let's do it. Fuck. If I see meatball on a menu at a restaurant, it turns into an existential crisis for me because
what is it made
all
of?
meatballs are not created equal.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to figure out, is your shit a veal beef blend? Is it a veal beef pork blend?
Yeah.
Is it a pork beef? Like, it just turns into this whole thing and nobody can ever give me a straight answer.
Yeah. No.
They have no idea
Yeah.
what the fuck is in the meatball.
Yeah.
It's mystery meat.
And turkey meatballs are disgusting.
I fuck with the turkey meatballs.
can't-
Get some of that Thai chili at the baby shower, them turkey meatballs.
That shit like eating a light bulb. I can't fuck with it. I can't fuck with the turkey meatballs.
What's crazy about the baby shower meatball is they all taste the same, no matter where you go.
No matter who cooks it. Like, who's making these?
Now I will say the baby shower meatball for whatever reason. I don't know if I'm just emotional. I don't know what it be, but them joints be good. I can fuck with the baby shower meatballs.
I walked out of the last baby shower.
But like we went to Carbone and we got the meatballs. I took one bite. I'm like, I don't like this shit.
Dolce Jones.
Y'all need to have a baby in this motherfucker. Like something missing from them joints. I ain't really care for them. But with pizza now, I like bacon and I like pepperoni. But years ago, I used to be able to eat like Supreme pizza.
Supreme pizza is wild.
I used to be able
Peppers,
to.
onions, 4 meats.
Olives,
2 sauces.
Yeah, that shit crazy. My homie the other day ordered a taco pizza. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Yo, he opened that shit. It was everything from a taco on a pizza. Corn chips, lettuce, tomato, sour cream. I said, yo, you are gonna die. Like, you're gonna die.
I remember when I was a young boy, one of my favorite things was the Mexican pizza at Taco Bell. The shit was basically 2 tortillas, refried beans, and like taco toppings.
Oh man, the shit we used to eat was wild as fuck back in the day.
Such bullshit.
Such terrible bullshit, man. But yeah, with pizza, I'm very, very just. I like 2 toppings, and that's really it. I like pizza, like done.
Yeah. Like I'm like every now and again I'll get freaky. I'll order a pizza from Domino's, but I have to have a very specific way. So I'll get grilled chicken, banana peppers, and spinach because it balances out the fact that this is a dog shit pizza. Because their toppings are actually pretty decent. Even
Domino's toppings are very good.
The toppings are great. The
That is
pizza is
interesting.
terrible.
You said that. You're absolutely right.
Alfredo from Domino's is good.
Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo.
They got good wings too. Their wings are underrated. Like every flavor, I've had every flavor wing at Domino's and they're all good.
Me and Kev got some Domino's shit. Like they got like this tater tot shit. It's
I know what you're talking
tater
about.
tots with cheesesteaks on the joint. I was like, what the fuck is that? Then I tasted it. Let me more of that tater tot. You call it, let me get an order of the tater tot bullshit with the cheesesteak, what I think it's called.
Oh, the steak tots. They got some fancy ass names for the shit. You don't even know.
Yeah, man. We could do food vlogging in general.
Yes.
I think we could get that off. So I wouldn't mind doing it. Even down to like the restaurant, like top 10 restaurants. Because shout out Will Warren. I had a conversation with him last night. He was kind of just like, yo, y'all have your thumb on the pulse of just everything. And it's like, y'all don't even realize how good y'all sell shit. Where like when y'all say it on the show, it make people want to try it.
Right.
When y'all discredit something on the show, it make people say, I'm cool off that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wouldn't mind trying that, especially with us looking for just new verticals in the 2025.
Get our tastemaker game up.
I would think about even when we would do the cologne shit. Motherfuckers legitimately would be like, oh no, I'm gonna go get this because y'all said it. I'm gonna fuck with this because y'all. So I'm just like, when we do reviews from trips, people like that shit. Somebody took me doing the review of the cruise, made it a video and put it on YouTube.
Of course they did.
So 25,000 followers on that page. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, everybody's stealing content. Like, that's the game right now. Like, right now, I think Antonio Brown is the king of stealing content.
Antonio Brown, the cracker of the year?
Yeah, he stole somebody's tweet the other day. Like, I saw the tweet in real time. I said, oh, that's about to go up. Because now you can kind of predict, like, if something is polarizing enough, you're like, yo, that's about to go up. He stole somebody's tweet, and then they put it on Say Cheese and Academics and all of the blogs as, like, Antonio Brown says, these OnlyFans got bitches thinking they hustlers. You are a prostitute. And I'm just like, that's not his tweet.
Justin LeBoy shit.
Justin LeBoy shit.
Do you know what's the funniest tweet of 2025 so far?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna give him his credit because he deserves it. Godspeed, the M Series 1. It's got 16 million views as of last night.
Holy shit.
Marvel should cast Michael Irvin as Black Panther. The onslaught of comments and memes. Shout out to him. The onslaught. Somebody was like, yo, you created the greatest thread of like the last year and a half, dog. The videos that they pulled up, somebody pulled up a joke was like, could you imagine that scene at the end of Avengers when all of them link the fuck up and they're staring at Thanos and Black Panther's doing this and it's Mike Irvin on all fours at the hurricane?
Dog, I got a fresh Michael Irvin joint from the day. Michael Irvin says, I decided to attend tonight's Texas Longhorns versus Ohio State football game with this cool dude. So he posted a picture of him in front of a picture of him. So now he didn't try to edit the picture to crop it and hit the edit button. He didn't hit the edit button. So now it's a line over there, and he posted anyway. Somebody retweets the shit and says, come on, Mike. Screenshot from the camera roll, accidentally hitting edit and drawing on the picture and still tweeting it is great.
Yo, Mike Irvin funny as shit, man. But they started pulling up them crazy. You see that joke? He was going crazy at the Hurricanes rallies. We're going to walk in your house and snatch out your damn car. Yo, Mike nuts. Yo, they was like, when you think Black Panther dead, but he gets some vibranium, it was him walking. Remember the joke he walked? I bet you didn't see this coming, did you? Yo,
Mike still got a couple birds in that eight.
Oh my God. Did you see when he was doing the pregame joint and they was like, what's the, they were asking him like this or that type questions. So the guy was like, what precipitation do you prefer, rain or snow? And Mike Irvin was like, come on, man, I got to say rain. And they just all looked at him and was like, I'm out. He just walked because he couldn't say snow. I got to say rain. Mike Irvin's silly as shit.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, man, Mike Irvin as Black Panther is the funniest tweet of the year.
Did you see RDC World's Blade skit?
Yes. Oh, my God.
I cried for 4 hours.
Dog.
He said, I need blades. They ain't gonna say it again. And I said, I got 10 back and 99. Blade ain't gonna say it again. They said, Blade, what are you talking about? I said, I ain't say it?
Because what happened was they released an article talking about how Marvel was flipped and how they became this big ass company, but they didn't mention Blade in the joint. It's just like, yo, you know Blade legitimately, like, a lot of people don't know that Blade saved Marvel.
Yes.
Like Marvel doesn't become what it becomes without Blade. Crazy as all hell.
There's one blade, there's only gonna be one blade.
What was the joke we did? I was like, did you do Blades? And he was like, I tried, but no. Marv was like, yo, pause that whole thing. Did you do Blades?
Did you do blades?
Like, cause I never got into them.
Yeah, I might have saw like half of one.
Okay.
And I don't know which one. I'm not saying part one. I'm saying one of the 3, I might have saw half of one. The same way I might have saw half of, like, it's like 4 Underworld movies. It's the same premise as Blade. I might have saw half of one, and people are like, oh man, this shit's so good. And I'm like, yo, why do y'all love vampires so goddamn much?
It take me a while to get into those movies where you really gotta like, cause I love comedy movies, and it just take me a while. Like I said it before, I never watched none of the Bournes.
I just now watched them.
I watched one Bourne. I think I said this on the show. I watched one Bourne for like a half an hour and I couldn't understand what was going on. Yeah. Then when I went and looked and was like, oh, this is the second one. That's why I don't know what the fuck is happening. Because I never watched any of the first one. And I was like, this is just stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I just left it the fuck alone.
Yeah, once they put Jeremy Renner in the joint, I was like, all right now, like we really jumping the shark.
Jeremy
now.
Renner, that's
He plays what the fuck? He's in the Marvel universe, but he's Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
So once they put him in the Bournes, it wasn't no more Matt Damon. I'm like, all right, man. So it's multiple of these niggas that was.
I know I've seen him in something. He's the bad guy in he's the bad guy in SWAT. Yeah. I know I saw him in something.
He got a real untrustworthy face.
Very untrustworthy.
Phenomenal actor though. Yeah. Him on Mayor of Kingstown is my favorite television character.
He's always untrustworthy. Fucking Tucker from SVU. He's always the snake ass cop turncoat. And real quick, man, I finally finished Power Ghosts.
All 4 seasons.
All 4 seasons. The 4th season of that, the 4th season of Ghosts is more. I apologize to everyone who liked when I was doing those Power reviews. Because so many people would tell me when the ghost shit was going on, no, you need to be doing it. And I'm like, yo, I would have torn that the fuck up. When Nebby had pretty nigga showed up, the cop.
Michael Ealy?
Dog. When Michael
I knew some bullshit was going down.
I knew this shit was going down the joint. It got so ridiculous. It literally got to the point where, like, by episode 4 of the last season, I'm like, please die, everybody. in this shit. White Bull fiend out. I'm like, these motherfuckers is out tearing shit apart, then just back in class. Like, nothing. It went off a rail. And I'm telling Lee, I'm like, yo, I was reading the thing about the Powerverse, and it was saying that Tyreek, Michael Rainey Jr., his character for season 1 and 2 was a recurring character. He didn't become a mainstay until season 3, in the regular Power. And I'm like, that's about when it went downhill. Right. When they shifted the show from Ghost and his duality of what he was dealing with to basically the show became a mini bio of Tyreek and his day-to-day. That's how they spun off into Ghost and how you keep all those characters. But then you realize all of these characters are completely flawed. None of the arcs make any fucking sense. Everybody's dirty, even though you got Sax, who's working for Method Man somehow, but he part of the Wu, you know what I'm saying? Sax joined the Wu-Tang, but he's still working for the feds. Meth is fucking the African chick, even though she married Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown is fucking Effie, even though that's Tyreek old bitch. Tyreek got Diana pregnant, the baby dead. Monet killed the husband, they killed Monet. They want to kill Monet, but don't kill her, because she died trying to protect.
They fake killed the other Joan.
Burnt the fuck out, dog.
Just on a bare bones level when it comes to television writing. Once the writing turns into everybody fucking everybody over, that's when you ruin a show.
The first couple seasons of Ghost are very good. They're succinct, they make sense. Zeke fucking the teacher chick, the teacher she being a sex addict with the other professor. It makes sense. By season 3, it's like, you ever see when you go to them raffles and they spin that big cage and pull out all right, so Tyreek is gonna kill his mama. It's just the shit went off. Tasha was on the witness protection joint.
Nobody left witness protection.
Tyreek kept pulling up on her. How the fuck is she?
How are you protected? Everybody knows where the fuck she at. Nova know. Tyreek know.
Dog. Tyreek legit pulled up on Tasha like 9 times while she was in Witsec. She was working at a fucking, at a home improvement store. He beat the hell out of that co-worker. I'm like, yo, let me out of this bullshit.
Darvin Ham knew where she lived, everything.
And I say all that to say, I'm done with it and I'm on Force, which is Tommy's show. Yeah. Force is so good.
Force is amazing.
It might be the best show out of the whole series. It's everything of it makes total sense. Yes. Even down to where they got Chicago legends and D-boys and it all makes total sense. Yep. It feels right. And they got a whole new cast. Because they realize, yo, we can't bring none of that bullshit.
None of these
motherfuckers over from that shit. So I like Force a lot. And I'm going to start Raising Kanan eventually. But they got another one about to drop. They got book 5 about to drop. That's, yeah. So book 5 is the prelude, because Raising Cain is the prelude to Kanan. The book 5 is called, because I read about it the other night.
At this point, what I don't understand is, with all of the beef that 50 keep having with stars, why do you keep optioning shows back to that network? I don't understand. Like, they must have first right of refusal on anything power related or something like that, because I don't understand why the shows keep ending up back on stars, and he hates them.
So it's called, they canceled Influence, which is the one that was going to follow Councilman Tate.
Oh, that would have stunk.
Lorenz Tate was going to get his own show.
Yeah, that would have stunk.
But the one that they got is called Chasing Ghosts.
Chasing Ghosts.
So this one is the prelude to Ghost, Tommy, Angela, and Tasha when they were young and in the hood.
You know what I hear when I hear all of this and we go through this whole trajectory, this whole universe and all of these shows? Omari Horowitz will shoot the fuck out of these people. That's all I hear.
I gave you bitches a $2 billion life.
Like, he should sue the fuck out of these people. 50 Cent is on an interview, I think, with Fortune or whoever the fuck it was, and talking about, like, you know, they were like, you know, people are estimating that, like, you know, you're a billionaire and this and that. Like, I would sue the bullshit. Because if this don't work, you don't get to do none of this other fucking side quest projects that you're doing. I want $500 million.
I don't know how good the show would have been following Lorenz Tate, but I will say Lorenz Tate was phenomenal as Councilman Tate.
Complete scumbag politician.
He
reminded me of several people that I know. Very unserious, very untrustworthy politician.
Fuck it. Being around some of the politicians of the city and the state, Lorenz Tate played a politician very well.
To a T.
To a T. What's your move, nigga? And I thank you so much for that move. All right now. The nigga would immediately flip that shit on. Yo, Tate was funny as shit. He told Tyreek, nigga, I'll kill you, little nigga. Turned around and said, thank you so much for coming out, son. Great to see this young man prospering. Tate was funny as shit. You know who else? I gotta give him a quick little shout out. You know who else was phenomenal? And even though I didn't like season 4 of Ghost, but you know who played the fuck out of his role? Drew.
Oh, yeah.
He was excellent.
Yeah.
And see, I'm like, Drew gonna get some real acting shit down the line.
Yeah, no, he killed it. Season 4,
he killed that shit. Bobby Brown was just he's Bobby Brown all the time.
Yeah.
But Drew, he just Bobby Brown all the time. But Drew, once he started, his hair got nappy.
The taller his hair got, the better actor he became. He had a full bird's nest at the end of that job.
Nigga was like Samson out there. Like, the longer that hair got, that nigga got better and better at acting. He played that middle son where it's like, I just want power, I want to be the guy. He was trying, even to where he was running with Carter and all, he played the fuck out of that role. That was like some masterclass acting shit.
Worst character on Power Ghost, Monet J. Tejada.
I love Mary J. Blige.
I love her.
Yeah.
That was a legendary.
As Mary J. Blige. As anything else, I am not going. It was brutal watching her play Monet, you know, J. Blige. You know,
like she would curse them kids out for nothing. Like, they didn't do shit.
The funniest was whenever she would get into some shit and some guns would get drawn, they'd be like down on the ground, everybody would get down but Mary, because your knees. Mary ain't getting on the knee, y'all crazy as shit. I'll get on this ground. Mary in a whole standoff. Everybody laid the fuck out, she just standing there, fuck you, nigga. Talking shit. Like, if Mary ain't that's in the contract. I am not getting on the ground. Y'all got me fucked up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. I love Mary, but I didn't, you know, it's just hard to yeah. You know what I found out the other day? Did you notice in Ghost, Method Man's brother was played by Redman?
And then they switched
And then it just
character.
wasn't. Do you know why?
He got some other acting gig.
No, he wouldn't take the COVID shot to come on the set.
Oh. They pulled the Ice Cube.
Yeah, he wouldn't get the COVID shot when they came back to go on the set. And they were like, well, you have to have it to be around everybody. And he was just, man, like, listen, man, I ain't fucking with that. And they was like, all right, well.
Y'all survive off herbal essences and mushrooms.
Yeah. And Euro platters from the little truck.
You pulled a Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I'm immunized.
Yeah. And they let him go and shit.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, man, fucked up. Because it would have been dope to see him play that role out the way Method Man Brother did.
He
or
probably would have had more tentacles to it if he would have played.
Right, you know, because and I remember I'm watching it and just out of nowhere it was just this guy. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Nigga.
They pulled an Aunt Viv on niggas. Yeah, man. Straight up.
That's a nigga.
But yeah, I finished Ghost and like I said, I'm on Force now. Are there any other shows that I need to like watch and catch up on?
All of the Taylor Sheridan shows. Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay.
It's the best shit on TV right now, bar none.
Billy Bob Thornton is a crazy actor to me because he can do everything.
Yes.
But he doesn't have that one knocked out, the memorable, like the most memorable thing in recent years is probably Bad Santa.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was this white guy we used to work with, and he looked like Billy Bob Thornton, but he was creepy. So they used to call him, what was the movie where he was the slasher?
Oh, fuck. What was that?
They used to call him that to be funny. I'm about to tell you the name of it. Keep going about the movie.
Yeah,
about the show.
So Landman, phenomenal. So basically it's set in Midland, Texas or whatever. He's the,
Sling Blade. They used to call the white boy Sling Blade because he looked like Billy Bob Thornton.
So
he'll walk in the room and be like, what up, Sling Blade? He's like, hey, what's going on?
fucking Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
So Landman is set in Midland, Texas or whatever, and it centers around, I think it's called like MTEX or whatever, which is like an oil company or whatever. So he's the general manager of this oil company on the ground, which is like one of the last independent oil companies left in this Midland, Texas region or whatever. They own a bunch of land. The company's like a multi-billion-dollar company or whatever. And it chronicles all of like the socio-economic problems of the show in addition to like shit that his character is going through. His son is trying to break into the oil industry. All of those calamities. He got this crazy ex-wife that's bad as fuck that like leaves her husband and just moves back into his house in Midland and shit like that. He got a teenage daughter that's bad as fuck that's like driving all of the guys that live in the house with him because it's like an oil community. So one of the guys that work on the rigs, he's in the house, the fucking general counsel there and there. So it's like chronicling all of this like day-to-day activity and it's like these great ebbs and flows of the whole show. And then there's a cartel element that's getting added to it late in this first season or whatever like that. Where the cartel is basically like hijacked one of their planes in order to transport dope and then they like returned it. So like that's like a cartel thing where it's like, oh, this is a legal plane, so we'll borrow their plane from one of the oil companies where it's not a red flag if they see this plane coming and going on this private airstrip, and then we'll just return it.
Yeah, I see. It's the first thing that comes up when you type in Billy Bob Thornton is Landman. So.
Landman is fire. So
but like, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Landman is fire. I like Tulsa King. Fucking Sylvester Stallone. He did a great job on that joint. They just finished season 2 of that. Yellowstone, I'm kind of cooled off of it, but like the first 3 seasons of Yellowstone, banger.
That's Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Okay.
And then Mayor of Kingstown with Jeremy Renner.
Okay.
And that joint starts off like they go right from the rip. Like they start right off.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton, like even when you look at his movies, it's like he got Monsters Ball, but that's Holly. Yeah. To overtook everything. And then he got Bad Santa. And I'm like, I think that's the one
Have you seen Goliath?
That's on the top 10 Jones.
The second season, it goes off the rails. It turns into like some other shit or whatever, like some sci-fi shit.
Some Ozark shit.
It goes completely off the rails. But season 1 of Goliath is literally Billy Bob Thornton being Billy Bob Thornton, but as a lawyer, this shit is all that. It's some of the best TV I ever seen.
He was doing the Billy Bob Thornton shit, and I watched him in something recently. What the fuck was he in? What movie did I just watch with Billy Bob Thornton in it? God damn, I just watched it a couple nights ago. Oh, the Entourage movie. Mm-hmm. He plays the oil motherfucker and the young boy from Sixth Sense. It's his son and shit. Yeah. Billy Bob Thornton got a lot of shit under his belt. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's talk about some television shit before we get into the big joint. Monday Night Raw.
Oh, man.
Dog. On Netflix now. And I was trying to explain the importance of all of this. I'm like, yo, they sold the rights to Monday Night Raw for $5 billion.
after selling the company for $9 billion. So basically, they already got 60% of their bread back already. Endeavor in that regard.
So they sold the rights to Raw to Netflix, and Jules, it's funny, I wish Jules was there because he was hating so much while this shit was going on. He's like, y'all into this stupid shit. And I'm like, dog, it's not about being you gotta respect. As far as like being able to mobilize people and move people, the WWE might be the best at that shit in the country.
They're the best live entertainment company, bar none, in the country.
This shit is unreal, dog.
When you think about how many events they're doing, day to day, week to week, month to month, they're probably producing 3 to 4 live events every week, including 2 for television every week, so that's 8 a month. They bringing back Saturday Night Main Event, so they're doing that every single month, Saturday Night Main Event. Then they're 1 pay-per-view a month. Then all the NXT shit, which is every single week also.
Then you got all the offshoot shit, the Hall of Fames, all of these. It's so much shit.
You're talking about roughly 15, 16 live events every single month.
Yes.
That all are at capacity.
Max the fuck
Max
out.
capacity every fucking time.
WrestleMania is a whole 3-day weekend now.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Plus Raw on Monday.
Yeah.
So 4 days.
4 days, yeah. Yeah.
So when you look at what they're able to do, and then already with the latest 2 WrestleManias, how it's shot, how it's produced, the production, all of that shit. And then you go to Netflix and then you kick it up another notch where you're opening with a fucking drone shot inside the fucking arena.
Yeah.
We don't see this shit.
Real shit. The camera shit they had set up on the street in LA was crazy as
Like,
fuck.
what the fuck?
Yeah, nah, WWE on some shit, man. Like, they really went and got all that paper. They got Vince dumbass out the way.
All the way out
all
the
the
way.
freaky shit is out the motherfucking window, and we rolling and pumping. And I'm like, yo, for them to start the night with a Roman Reigns match is just like, yeah,
Like,
we on, yeah.
That means that we are trying to, we're not only fighting for the number, we're trying to take the number. When I say the number, I mean the ratings. We're trying to take the number from the fucking NFL by going with this match that we've been promoting for a whole month, coming off of 2 consecutive pay-per-views with them as the center of it, with the bloodline, the new bloodline and the OG bloodline, and then we're opening out off with that after The Rock does the fucking, Triple H and The Rock do the opening salutations to announce this partnership.
Yeah, The Rock, you might have to move The Rock higher up on your all-time list.
Man.
Because he's still, like, it was crazy because when the lights got dark the other night, I called it, I'm like, it's The Rock. If you smell, and just...
He owns like 9% of Endeavor now.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, man. The Rock really is, you know, they on the John Cena farewell tour. And I'm like, it's crazy because The Rock, while I do think he's on roids, is like...
Clearly on roids.
Yeah, he clearly
a lot of roids.
That man ain't got an ounce of fat on him.
Sophisticated roids.
Yeah. His ability to pop in and out, and you gotta remember, The Rock was the main antagonist to Stone Cold during the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
That was 98 and 99.
Yeah, it's 2025.
So for him to be the anchor of the bloodline shit with Roman Reigns being his nephew and all that, like, you gotta give some credit to that motherfucker for his ability to just stay relevant in the industry.
And you have to give super kudos to WWE Creative for prioritizing long-term storytelling instead of
Short-term success.
short-term success. Like, the story that they've been able to tell with Roman Reigns over a 5-year period, it's been 5 years. He was champion for 3.5 years.
1,400 days, some shit, yeah.
Damn near 4 years straight, he was the fucking champion or whatever like that. And to keep that interesting while his popularity just rose and rose and rose, and he was somebody that Vince pushed incorrectly and the fans rejected him, and then WWE Creative with under Triple H went back to the drawing board and completely redid his character, and now he's arguably one of the 3 or 4 most popular champions in WWE history.
Yeah, it's him, Hogan, Stone Cold, Rock.
Bro,
Like,
I saw a video the other day, right? This little girl, like a little baby, like 1 year old. She's like, they in the crib watching Raw or whatever, and you just see the camera on her and her brother. So her brother's sitting here on the couch. He's on the table, like hands on the couch, feet on the joint. Roman Reigns comes on the TV and she stops and throws the one up.
Oh shit.
I'm like, I've never seen no shit like this before. Then she climbed on the table and threw it up again.
What the fuck him boy, man?
I was on some bullshit. Roman Reigns on the TV. Like, and him overcoming cancer in the middle of that and them weaving that into like, they did WWE Creative as a storytelling firm has done an unparalleled job on character development, long-term storytelling, adding characters and all of that shit. You have all of this supportive media underneath the WWE, all this independent media that's like, who's next to join the bloodline and what side are they joining and all of that. And
the storyline with Roman Reigns' family and The Rock made High Chief now, and even down to that where it's like, I got to the point where I'm like, yo, this shit feels real as fuck. And then you find out like, oh, that shit is like real deal happening over there in the Samoan culture and all. So it's like, okay, cool. And I was trying to explain shit to Jules, he was hating. I'm like, you know how people watch like the stories, like soap operas?
Yeah.
It's the same
That's
thing.
all it is.
It's a storyline. The problem is when WCW and them had it, there was no storyline. It was just, we whipping ass for the night, and then the Luger gonna drop the belt. Like, but they've somehow figured out a way to incorporate real life with the story that they're telling. And when you watch it and see the production value behind it, it's like, yo, this shit is great.
yeah, it's aspirational as fuck.
Dog, it's not the attitude era. So it's not, if you think you turn it on and you gonna get DX saying a bunch of crazy shit and The Rock calling people jabronis and all, no. But the storyline that they're on with that Roman Reigns bloodline shit, that shit, even the way they've incorporated Cody Rhodes with the whole Goldust son and Dusty Rhodes and all, like that.
Him leaving the company, coming back, they openly talk about him being at AEW on, they would never do that.
Dog.
That was Vince's main thing. We never mentioned
we don't acknowledge these motherfuckers,
So they're like, yo, y'all are so far behind us. We took your biggest asset.
Dog.
We're gonna fucking make that a part of the storyline that we took him.
Look at Paul Heyman, Paulie Dangerously. Like that's ECW, and it's like even incorporating that into this shit is brilliant. It's actually genius. It was funny as shit because the other day there was like it was a joke where I was like, can you be fat and have aura? And the boy was like, what, is you crazy? And they had a video of Dusty Rhodes. He came out with a floorless mink with the belt.
They said Dusty had that shit on.
And he said, Flair, get your ass out here with that cashmere coat. Flair, get your ass out here with that cashmere coat. Like, yeah, man.
Yo, they got a Dusty Rhodes IG page.
Dog.
That shit is
Just saying crazy shit to people. Dusty Rhodes was funny to the motherfucker. But yeah, man, WWE the other night was excellent. One of my biggest takeaways, I got a couple takeaways from it. Hulk Hogan.
It's over.
Hulk Hogan did not go forward in life the way The Rock did. I'm like, yo, the Hulkster came out, like, in the words of Ra, Larry Holmes status, flabby and saying, I'm just like, damn, Hulk. And that's when I
Look
kind
like
of...
a sack of CMOS.
Jules said he looked like a satchel of rice. I'm like, yo.
Like you press him and
you press him and then leave it dead. Like, Hulk Hogan is legitimately married to the Hulkster aesthetic.
He don't know how to evolve. He didn't evolve.
He did not evolve. Hulk Hogan can't get no other haircut.
No.
For 60 years.
He's trapped.
Ain't that crazy?
Remember when we was on Patreon and I talked about a certain social media influencer and I say, yo, he's trapped in that box where if he don't talk about what I hate about these niggas and what I hate about these bitches, nobody's clicking on it.
Right.
Like you're trapped. Like so Hulk Hogan is trapped in the Hulkster persona. Even when he was Hollywood Hogan, he was still the Hulkster. You just dressed in black. Like,
He's selling all-American beer. And he came out and was like, what you gonna do, brother, when the all-American beer, and they started booing the shit. Like, damn.
Somebody on Twitter made a great point. They said, yo, y'all should have gave Stone Cold the beer deal. What the fuck are we doing here? It was right there.
He drinks beer in back.
Stone Cold Lager. It was right there.
You know what I think? And this is just me listening to Broken Skull sessions. I think Stone Cold legitimately hates like the business now.
Yeah.
That's the way it comes off. Like he legitimately, like even when him and The Rock, because you know him and Rock are cool. Even when they get around, when they're talking, they don't really talk like wrestling shit.
Yeah.
They'll shoot about some shit that happened from 20 years ago, but like going forward, you can tell Hogan don't like the way Vince did a lot of the things he did at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely don't like the way he did a lot of the wrestlers. He definitely don't care for a lot of the things that went on within the company.
Yeah.
And Hogan Stone Cold in the grand scheme of things, you can tell he's kind of just like resolute, like, I got my persona and I was able to keep it intact.
Yeah.
And now because I was the badass, I can go off and do these shows on Spike TV and on ESPN. I can shoot guns.
Yeah.
I can, ride my four-wheeler through the desert and all that crazy shit. But I don't have to be married to coming out here and stunning somebody every fucking weekend.
Right.
Where Hogan can't go to a magazine card show and not be in full Hulkster mode. Where Stone Cold can like dial. I've seen Stone Cold in the tux. You've seen The Rock. The Rock is literally the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Even John Cena not married to them dumbass G-Unit jeans and all that bullshit. John Cena came out the other night. Yo, shout out Jules, man. I ain't heard this shit if ever. Jules said, nah, yo, John Cena got on some fucking bobos.
Bobos and shorts.
I ain't heard bobos in so fucking long. Man, get this shit off the screen, man. Got this nigga wrestling in bobos. He was so mad when we was watching that shit. Fucking bobos. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck sneaks that nigga had on. Them Jones was boneless like a motherfucker.
Yeah, flyers.
Yeah, but even John Cena isn't married to that, what made him blow, all of this dumb shit.
Yeah. Because as an actor, he's a phenomenal fucking actor.
He put on a turtleneck, a suit, comb that hair to the side. He a real life person. I don't know what the fuck happened with Hulk Hogan that he just never was able to drop the Hulkster shit for a second. Sad, Joe, man.
Yeah, it's over for him. That officially put the nail in the coffin. Like, it's over. And just as a human, considering how miserable everyone is in life right now and how negative people are and shit like that, to see people basically universally stand up against like a flaming racist like that is like, kudos to you motherfuckers. Like,
yeah. Juice, let me tell you something, nigga. So all you loud mouth niggas, shut up so I can talk to the good niggas who want to hear the Hulk.
hear about this beer, nigga.
Let me tell you something, nigga. It's fucking hilarious, man. But yeah, they booed the Hulkster out the building. I said, damn.
And he showed up with Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, right. Jimmy Hart put the flag down. All right, man, I'm going in the factory. This is some bullshit. And Lee was like, why are they booing him? And I'm like, because it's Hogan. He's an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you figure you had the worst sex tape ever. The sex tape ain't even you having sex, it's you saying nigga. Like, this is the weirdest sex tape I've ever seen. You butt-ass niggas saying nigga over and over again. This is stupid. This is the worst sex tape ever. Like,
it's a social commentary. It's not even a sex tape.
She like, yeah, you want this pussy? Yeah, I'm gonna beat that pussy up, but I hate niggas. Like, for no reason. It's just stupid. You lose your whole net worth to your wife in a divorce. Your kids can't fucking stand you. You get the money back because you sue him for the sex tape, but it's like, you are a flaming racist. Then you back Trump. The whole play for this, they was in LA, which is California, which is Democrat nation. You're gonna, they don't fuck with you at all. Like, if this show would have been in Lubbock, Texas, maybe. Tennessee, maybe.
And the problem is now is that they can't use him for anything else because the precedent is already set. So now all the future crowds are going to try to boo him even harder.
Yep.
They might shoot him with one of them little fucking African. Somebody might try to take this nigga out, hit him with a poison dart in his neck.
When he put his arm up in that fucking turkey wing joint, I was like, damn.
Big mama arm.
Hogan been saying his prayers and taking his vitamins. That shit is crazy.
Maybe some mac and cheese, soggy Hulk.
But yeah, man, the Hulk getting booed was nuts. That was just like, damn, bro. Like, it was bad. So you figure Hulk got booed, The Rock's still the man, John Cena farewell tour. I didn't see Shawn Michaels.
I did not see Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, they said Shawn Michaels was going to be there, but I just missed it. If it happened, I just missed it in the transition of what was going on tonight. My last takeaway, Travis Scott is the fucking man.
Travis Scott hit the blunt on my
Dog,
Netflix, bro.
dog, big blunts.
Big blunt.
Big blunts. Trav had that bitch rocking. Jules was hating, man, that shit not even all that hype. I was like, man, that shit turned right down. You hating, dog. That shit was all of that.
I love Travis Scott. Number one, he's a cultural icon. He's a fashion icon. He has the best celebrity shoe line outside of Yeezy, historically.
Yeah.
When you talk about top to bottom product, like the Jumpman Jack sneaker, the fucking...
The Cactus Jack.
The
Jordan,
fleas. Everything, the dunks, like... Every fucking thing, fire, top to bottom. And he's the first rapper to successfully fake it till you make it.
He's the greatest merch rapper.
He's the greatest merch rapper, but he's the first rapper to successfully fake it, like completely fake it, like no fans to 100,000 fans to 1 million fans to unlimited fans to I'm doing Audemars and Lamborghinis.
Global phenomenon.
Global phenomenon. And it all started with him fucking literally bodying his music to create the persona around him being bigger than what he was and being some undiscovered talent that got him the attention of T.I. and Kanye simultaneously, who did his first deal, and then he outgrew both of them, and he is what the fuck he is now. A cultural fucking phenomenon.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're designing for AP, for Nike, for Ferrari, it's like, do you rap?
Yeah, it's like, when's the music coming up? Don't need to.
That is crazy. He's designing for Nike, Audemars, and Ferrari.
Yes. The gold standard of
Everything, yeah. Crazy as shit. Not like, I designed a Corolla,
right.
Little Seiko, you know what I'm saying? Some Bobos, like, no.
And I appreciate Travis Scott because, there's only a handful of rappers that aren't whores, that walk into every room knowing exactly who they are. And Jay-Z was the first, where it's like, I'm not just taking any and everything, and you want to do business, you gotta come with the fucking right business, and I really need equity in this motherfucker to attach myself to it. Drake being another one. Kendrick being another one, because I'm pretty sure Kendrick turns down way more than he takes on. And he's been very strategic across the years about what product he assimilates to. He's one of the only people to ever have a Nike and a Reebok endorsement.
I think Kanye would have to be at the top of that list.
Yeah. But the problem with Kanye is he's gonna
go the other way.
Get exactly what he wants.
Y'all want some fuck shit.
Still fuck shit.
Yeah. I was thinking,
y'all some bitch ass niggas. And I'm a live ass nigga. I shouldn't be working for some bitch ass niggas. So y'all need to put me on the board. He told Adidas, if y'all give me a board seat, I'm out. Yeah. I'm gonna blow this shit up. And what did he do? Blew that shit up. Yeah. But Kanye is so powerful. He does these like streams of consciousness, these open letters and shit on social media. He's back on IG. And he basically told Adidas like, yo, we had an agreement by 2025, all mention of me needs to be removed from y'all site. Y'all don't own Yeezy. I own fucking Yeezy. Y'all need to get the fuck out of here. And sure enough, within 2 days, every mention of Yeezy was scrubbed from Adidas' website. Yeah. They took the SEO down. They took the SMO down. All of that shit. So now when you search Yeezy, his site populates first.
Damn.
So you talk about power. And he got his wife back.
Yeah. The Yeezy as a whole going off the cliff that it went off is one of the crazier Jones of our lives.
Because it's like he was the richest man in black man in American history until he wasn't.
Now, I'm also talking about the sneakers. Like how, you remember, you were there.
Yeah.
For about, I'm gonna say a little further than that, probably about 6 years ago, it was like, if you, to get a Yeezy was like, oh. Yeah. You get them. All of them.
All of them. Yeah, every single one.
The 350s, the 500s, the 700s, the 750s, the 900s, all that shit. Even going back to when he was with Nike, like getting the Yeezy 2 or getting the Yeezy 1 was like, wait, what the fuck? And I remember like the turtle doves. They were like mythical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's arguably the most bootleg sneaker of all time.
And now it is, yeah. But like the turtle doves, the first belugas, the green zebras, the 750s with the strap, it was just like, wait, what the fuck? Like
The 500s was dope. Like,
first couple times you saw them, like, yo, what in the world? And then out of nowhere, it was just like, we got some Yeezys? Nah, I'm good.
well,
That's where we at.
Well, you know what happened was, the initial run was based on Adidas shorting supply. Like his whole thing was always, I want to put a pair of Yeezys on everybody in the fucking world. That was his whole plan. And it's like, you don't get with a big manufacturer like that if you're not planning to do that. But they were so used to celebrity partnerships, especially with rappers being so limited, that they limited his scale. And in doing so, they basically overly inflated the fucking resale market because they shorted everything. So it looked like, yo, there's this tremendous demand, which there was, but y'all were shorting the supply. So over time, as they began to release more product and more product and more product, which is what he wanted, they also simultaneously killed that resale market, which made it seem like, oh, the brand is failing, when in reality, no. Everybody has a pair of Yeezys. Most people I know got 4, 5, 6 pair of Yeezys.
I might have 15 pair
See what I'm
that I
saying?
just don't even attempt to. Like, one of our listeners, he got a young kid that was like, needed like clothes and sneakers or whatever. And I gave him like 3 pair of Yeezys.
Right.
Cause he big kid, he wear big sizes.
Yeah.
I gave him like 3 pair, cause I'm just like, I know I'm never gonna wear these joints.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
now when the shit blows up, I look at every single company that existed let's say pre-1980 is essentially a pillar of industry. Adidas being a pillar of international industry because they are a German company that their biggest market is probably, the Americas and then parts of Europe because of their soccer affiliation
shit,
or whatever like that. But if you have that much reach, you also have that much reach to destroy somebody, their reputation, the brand equity and all of that shit over fucking night.
Right.
What they miscalculated with Kanye, because the smear campaign was on. They was leaking internal documents and memos, and another nigga said he liked Hitler. They went full, like, Hitler founded this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And y'all like, yo, this nigga like Hitler.
Yeah,
like,
they
went full court press to the point where it was like, people just tapped out, like, yo, I don't even care. I'm done with him. I'm done with y'all. Fuck it. And it literally tanked the company. His influence and his sales were so important, it shaved 25% off Adidas' bottom line. And that was the miscalculation that they were not prepared for.
Right.
They did not think, because why? Because he's a black man. Like, what black man do you know who can affect the bottom line of our stock price like this and our market cap? Very few, if any, but Kanye is a unique unicorn in that way, but the nigga is mentally disturbed. We gotta call it what it is. But the thing about mentally disturbed people is they all have moments of clarity where they're dead right. And when he says, yo, y'all are stealing my designs and repurposing them and making cheaper versions of them, he was absolutely fucking right.
Remember on Life, when Can't Get Right hit that first home run, Eddie Murphy was like, whoa, you can hit like that, or is that one of those retard mistakes? Do that again. That one of those retard mistakes. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, because normally, when one of your senses is impaired, something else is enhanced.
Right.
That's just the nature, of life and of people and shit like that. So, to Kanye's credit, brand designer, across the board. He could fucking probably design I've seen a nigga design toilets and sinks and shit like that.
Did you see the sink Kim Kardashian got where it don't slope, but somehow the water all still goes to them? I'm like, yeah.
Like, the motherfucker's a genius.
Kanye
He's
freaked
a
out.
creative genius. He's also out of his rabbit ass mind, as most creative geniuses are. And you gotta have a certain temperament to weather that storm, because he's gonna have a manic episode. It's just a matter of when.
Did you see the house he was selling in Malibu for $53 million?
Yeah.
It was like house down to the structure by Kanye West design. He legitimately took everything out the house.
He took the panels, the windows, the
Shit ain't had no
doors.
windows.
It had nothing. He took the plumbing and the piping out of the bitch.
It was literally just a frame of a like God, crazy.
But the architect that designed it, he also designed Beyonce and Jay-Z's house, and it's like there's only 9 houses in America designed by him or some shit like that. So they're like, yo, the design, the layout was his. You gotta fit this motherfucker out how you see fit.
It wasn't a doorknob in that motherfucker. Kanye took everything out the house.
House can't burn down in Malibu if you take every fucking thing.
You can stand in front of the house and clean see the beach in the back. There ain't shit there. I'm like, Kanye crazy as shit. Yeah, 53 of those, nigga. Guess you one. What's wrong with you? Yo, man.
And a lot of people don't realize, like, you know, Kanye's still financially thriving because he's depending on who you talk to, he's a 5 to 10% owner of Skims.
Yeah.
Like, that's his company that he gave to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
He literally came up with all of the Pantones, installed the fucking CEO. She was a Donda employee, like, but he's done that time and time again.
Yes.
Which is why he's so bitter at the fashion industry because, yo, me and fucking Virgil came and interned at fucking Fendi. Me and Virgil designed the Giuseppe Zanotti sneaker that sold more than any sneaker y'all ever did, and y'all won't just give us the money and the resources we need and get the fuck out the way. In fact, they kicked Kanye's ass to the curb and gave it to every single one of his underlings.
Right.
So is he bitter? Yes. Is he supposed to be bitter? You're fucking right. And that's the part that nobody in fashion, because it's so racist and so classist, is unwilling to accept.
Right.
Even though he's the single biggest force to hit the fashion industry since probably Gianni Versace. That is a fact.
Yeah.
There's nobody who's had more, or Karl Lagerfeld, nobody that's had more direct economic impact to the fashion industry.
At least not that fast. Like where you talking about that, like boom.
But then you look at who comes from under him. Virgil, Don C, Sarah, Jerry Lorenzo, Fear of God, Matt Williams, who's the creative director at Givenchy right now,
right.
and also has the Elite brand. Like, you could go on and on and on and on and on. The fucking CEO of Skims is a Donda employee. Like,
I was about to say Skims, Tiana Taylor, it's a lot of motherfuckers that
Well,
just...
Adidas now. That's how the relationship started back up. That was like his man.
Jerry Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Yeah. He worked at Donda.
Yeah.
These are all his underlings. Their style palette all came from him.
Did the black boy who was designing the Versace, did he fuck with Kanye?
Salehi? No.
Okay.
Salehi was just like a...
Yeah, that was a random.
That was a rando email.
The boy was a Kanye boy.
Devil Tears.
No.
He was.
He was though.
Yeah. Him.
Tremaine
Emery.
Tremaine Emery. That's what I was thinking about. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tremaine Emery. Yeah. He a Kanye underling too.
So many people, and it's not just black people. You know what I'm saying? Matt Williams was a white man. Like, so it's like his style influence and all that. He's the first nigga to wear fucking denim joggers. Like, I mean, leather joggers and shit like that. Like, so many things he's responsible for. Like, he designed the fucking the number one shoe that Giuseppe still selling now, the fucking Cruel Summer Hill. They're still selling that fucking shoe 12 years later. It's their number one bestseller. They reissue it every fucking year because they have nothing else that people want.
Yeah.
So is he bitter? Yes. Should he be bitter? Absolutely. Is he going about it the wrong way? Absolutely also. So this is one of those rare instances where it's all of these different things that seemingly wouldn't make sense or shouldn't all align, but they do. And he got fucking shafted. He got blackballed by the fashion industry because he was too outspoken and too erratic. And those people, those Italians, those French motherfuckers that control these fashion houses want you to be a good boy, sit back, and shut the fuck up. And that's exactly what Virgil did. That's exactly what Jerry Lorenzo is doing right now. Niggas don't got nothing controversial to say about nothing. And if you don't feel that you should, then you shouldn't.
How you feel about Ronnie Fieg?
Ronnie Fieg is the only person alive who can save Adidas. His influence and what he's built with Kith is so counter to...
I think he's above that shit now, though.
He's completely above it because it's like, all right, He just put out a capsule with Adidas and Clark. Like, he's doing like completely out of the box shit. And he's one of the few people that's not a Kanye descendant that literally just gets it right. He did a fucking collection, a collab collection with Aurally, which is like one of the biggest brands in fucking Japan.
That nigga did a collab with BMW. M4, yeah.
He's got the XM pre-order right now on the kid's website, 199,990. Like, he's doing shit that's just like, wait, what? But because he has the eye for style, he understands merchandising because he operates brick and mortar locations and digital retailers, and then he also is not problematic.
Right.
So it's just run him everything. Like, he's the only person I've ever seen that had out a Nike, Adidas, Solomon, and Asics collab all at the fucking same time, and ain't nobody tripping. You know why? Because everybody's shit is gonna sell out.
Speaking of the Solomons, did you see the video of Lil Baby and them filming the video in New York?
Oh, yes.
Future had on
yes.
Solomons, and I was like, oh, Future on some Chad shit out there with a mink and Solomons on. People were so bad at Joel's.
They said, is that a bandana on top of a hoodie? How you gonna know it's big? You don't see the bandana.
Somebody said Joel's has been a what the fuck was the term he used? He said he's been damn, what the fuck did he call him? He called him a bandana or something.
Bandana or something.
I gotta see the video again. But I was dying when I see it. People were like, yo, is Joel's all right?
No, he's not all right. Nigga lost his teeth from fucking lean abuse. He's not all right. He's not fucking all right.
And I think back to that show when you were explaining this to me, because I thought she was about to be silly, and you explained how serious it was. I was like, say, what what happened? Like, yeah, man, nigga lost his teeth. You said he went out like a job turkey. I'm like, yeah, man, what the fuck? Can we talk about Lil Baby real quick?
We have to, man. Shout out to my guy, Lil Baby, W Jones, man. He beat the fall off allegations. Fourth #1 album in a row. He beat SZA on her third or second week? Whatever the fuck, I don't know. Beat SZA on her second or third week. Beat Bad Bunny. #1 album. His initial sales estimation was 130,000. Increased to 145. It's crazy how good I am because I literally called it. I got the screenshot to prove it. I said, well, how much is he gonna sell? 145,000. He sold 144,936 units. So the telltale sign of a good album is when the sales predictions first drop. If they increase, it's a good album. If they decrease, it's a bad album. And that means that the internet narrative worked. In his case, he beat the narrative on the internet. And I think that the disconnect with Lil Baby in this present generation of music fans that are so young, and we made the point recently on, I think on Patreon, or it might have been a workshop, I don't know. There's 5 generations of people that exist on Earth right now.
Yeah.
We've never had that happen before because of disease, famine, all these world wars and shit like that. We've never had it where there were 5
genocide.
generations.
Yeah, a little genocide.
How many of them? 80,000? Kill them all.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. So it's like, we've never had it where there's so many people on Earth that are all from different generations and they all think differently. And I think that the thing with Lil Baby is that the demographic that he represents is not present on the internet every day in the way that the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas are. And most of these fan narratives are driven by the fact that fans want to feel like they have more power and control over outcomes of artists than they actually do. But when you are somebody that's actually lit in real life, that's out here touching the people, he release party at Starless, release party at Allure in Atlanta, you collabing with the biggest artists in the world, Future, Travis Scott, Rod Wave, shit like that. Like, somebody like that, and he sells a ton of hard tickets to his tours as the headliner, somebody like that can't fall off. And I think that's what motherfuckers are realizing now, where there was this whole narrative about he needs Gunna and Gunna better and all of that. And I'm not going to rehash their problems and all of that shit, but what I can say is Lil Baby does now and always has had more economy around his music career than Gunna. Because people feel like they know him more, they run into him. How they were introduced was likely through somebody like a Young Thug who has so much goodwill throughout the music industry that it's hard for somebody like that to lose when it comes to sales data, concerts, and shit like that. Like, Lil Baby, 4 albums in a row, literally cannot fall off unless there's a dramatic decline in the quality of his music. But even the music that people criticize that they don't like from him wasn't for the album. He said, yo, I put this music out just to reset the algorithm, just to test some shit out, but that's not even for my album. These are just loose records. So when he does a song like Touchdown, and people are like, what the fuck is this? This is some bullshit. But then I look at the video through a merchandiser and through a marketing eye, and I see the NFL logo in that music video. I see a nigga that just got paid $5 million to put this song out. Mm-hmm. So people are viewing it from like if they like it or don't, and they're using that as the barometer. And like or dislike is so subjective, especially now, because you have 1,000 people listen to a song, and it could be a bona fide hit, and 500 to say they like it, 500 to say that they dislike it. But it's still a bona fide hit. So people want to feel like if they in that 500 that dislike it, they want to feel like their opinion is stronger or matters more than the 500 that do. And this is one of them instances where they were dead ass wrong. So now the goalpost has been picked up and moved to another corner of the internet, where now niggas is like, oh, man, wait till them second week sales come in. And it's just like, yo, he and QC ran a flawless strategy on the execution of this album. Because single sales no longer count towards your first week sales, he didn't put a single out. He put out 3 loose records that have nothing to do with the album to generate buzz and interest for the album. And then when you see the album, it's 15 songs that you don't have already. So now, and one of which being Young Thug's first verse coming back to the rap game with Future along on that song. That song is about to debut in the top 20 on Billboard this week. Not to mention, probably the rest of the album is probably all going to fucking chart. So with that being said, the negative chatter actually led to his numbers going up, because people said, it ain't no way this album is bad as y'all saying it is. And they went and listened to this shit and they enjoyed it. So now, over the span of a week, you've seen the tide turn from, oh, this shit mid and to, yo, the more I listen to Lil Baby album, the better that it gets. Because he makes outside music. He makes music for your car, he makes music for the fucking clubs, and he makes music that people are somewhere where other people are vibing to, and it's not necessarily sit in your house at your computer or listen to this in your headphones music. Right. And that is the disconnect, because it's just like the music fan has changed so much that they need something like sensational attached to a song in order to consider it good, as opposed to it's just a good song. Yeah. Like the song with Glorilla, it's just a good song. The song with him, Thug, and Future, that's a great song. The intro, good song. Fucking Due for a Win, phenomenal song. And he's now also mastered the new algorithm of 1 minute and 30 seconds to 1 minute and 59 seconds for these songs, where you get in, get out, where it makes motherfuckers go back and listen again because they feel like they missed something. So execution-wise, he's completely outkicked his coverage in terms of the fan narratives and the online chatter and all of that shit. And everybody got to shut the fuck up at least for another week or so.
Yeah, I'll say this when it comes to Lil Baby. The narrative of him falling off or it being over for him is just because 5 years ago, y'all said that the Lil Baby era had taken over the Drake. So it's like you don't go from, yeah, you the biggest in the game now, we putting you above Drake. Right. To it's over. That it's like y'all saying Drake is over. It's just dumb. It's just it's a dumb rhetoric. The thing with him and Gunna is the internet is gonna, for whatever reason, just the way it went down, you know, with Thug, Gunna, you know, they're always gonna, you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna pick us out.
And I remember him and Gunna went diamond together with
Drip Too Hard.
So, you know, I could be wrong in saying this. I don't think Gunna was ever supposed to be as large as he was of an artist. Gunna just wound up being, let's keep it a buck, he's a flow master. He knows how to get on these tracks and skate. When I heard him on the Juice with Lil Durk, what happened to Virgil?
That was your shit.
Gunna's amazing on that fucking song. When you hear Fuck You Mean, it's hard to not like that record. You gotta try to not like that. And
I failed.
do you see it's his highest selling single song ever? Like, this shit is crazy. So it's like, I think Gunna got introduced through the Lil Baby Thug shit.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, that's just part of the team. Remember the joint with Drake? With Drake,
You want Yes Indeed?
No.
Lil Baby or Gunna?
With both of them, with Drake. Somebody got to hear this shit, goddamn.
Oh, yeah.
I bring up money, they change up the topic, I got a new, like that shit, where it's like, baby, he wanna, if I don't hit, I send it to Gunna, like all that, and just, he became part of the mix.
Yeah.
Completely ignoring that Lil Baby is the biggest rapper on the planet.
Right.
They kind of just, for whatever reason, was like, oh, it's Baby and Gunna.
Yeah.
It's Baby and Gunna.
Right,
you understand what I'm saying?
They became kin and right.
They forget that it's like Lil Baby Gunna.
Exactly.
And it became Lil Baby Gunna because Lil Baby Gunna with Drake, Lil Baby Gunna with Future, Lil Baby Gunna with Thug, Lil Baby Gunna with Sally Jesse Raphael. Like, look, it was just Lil Baby and Gunna everywhere.
Oh, you killing it right
And
now.
then Lil Baby Gunna went diamond. So it's like, oh man, Lil Baby Gunna, man. And then when the Lil Baby bigger picture shit happened, and it was like, Lil Baby's trying to become, sophisticated and
more refined.
More refined, and people who liked it, but people who didn't was like, where do we pay? Where do my turn? Where the all in? Where the whoa? All of that shit. Then Gunna gets out of jail the way he gets out of jail, and that causes a divide because, Lil Baby's fan base is like Future's fan base, where it's like, yeah, it's bitches and pop, but it's street niggas who abide by street shit, and they look at it like, whoa, Gunna took what the fuck you told? Like, so that caused the divide, and then you had the internet basically say, man, we cool off Gunna, we good off Gunna, and then the rap nerds and the music fans is like, but you need Gunna, because it's Baby and Gunna.
Right.
Baby and Gunna and Drake, Baby and Gunna and Future, Baby and Gunna Sally just like you need Gunna.
Phil Donahue, like what are we doing?
Then Gunna drops, and it's like, oh no, this shit is cool. Do like 90,000 first week, and it's like, okay, Gunna's still out here. Nobody want to fuck with him. Cool, he's still doing his thing. Then that Fuck You Mean shit happened, and that shit was like Gunna's headlining Thailand, Rolling Loud, and shit like that. And it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So now it kind of puts this weird, in a weird way, motherfuckers moved the goalpost when there was no goal. To where everybody kind of turned and looked at Lil Baby, it's like, nigga, Gunna thriving.
Yeah, fuck you doing.
Fuck you doing. And that's where you get the internet who don't read or don't understand metrics already. Like, yeah, nigga, you ain't gonna do it without Gunna. You gonna be shit without Gunna. Forgetting that I'm Lil Baby. If I put an album out with no single, you got the largest single of your life. You do 100,000 first week. I put an album out with no single, 145, because I'm Lil Baby.
Right.
Kendrick legitimately just had the greatest year of his life. He did 300,000 first week. Drake has never done 300,000 first week.
On anything.
I'm larger than you are.
Yeah.
You understand?
I have more fans.
I have more economy.
Yeah.
There's more economy around.
Yeah.
So people kind of like forgot that Lil Baby is its own economy.
Yeah.
Because they were so pressed to Lil Baby Gunna. Mm-hmm. And they kind of thought that for a second, oh, they need each other. And then when Gunna showed he didn't need Lil Baby, which he doesn't.
Right.
But at the same time, Lil Baby can get on a track and make a do for a win. That's nothing to do. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Lil Baby, like, not trying to be funny. And for what it's worth, I said it on here. I think we gave 42 Dugg verse of the year.
Yeah, we paid.
That is one of the greatest verses of the last 10 years. It literally is the verse of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Before I go broke like Jock, fuck with that dog like Vic. That's what it was. But Lil Baby floated on there.
Yeah.
And while, yes, Doug stole the show, Lil Baby also had All In on that fucking same album.
Right.
That same John. Prison with the Migos on the day was moving bricks. Like that shit, he had Whoa on there.
Yeah.
New Corvette is noisy. Like all of that is on that album.
Yeah, he put everything together on that album.
So I look at to me, it almost makes me think back to Jay-Z and DMX, where they kind of got like lumped together. And Jay-Z is like, no.
I never needed X.
Like I know X is great at this show, but
I never needed him.
I'm Hova. Like I am Hova.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all know or remember.
So then once the tour is done and X goes his way and Jay goes his way, it's like now they sending little subliminals. Being said in the joint, I leave it up to Hov to X out Tommy Buns.
Yep.
Like it started, and Jay, a lot of people don't dig it, but like the last verse on Takeover was shots at X.
Yeah.
That's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
All you other niggas throwing shots at Jigga.
You only get half a bar. Fuck y'all niggas. Like it was little shots at X and shit. But I look at Baby and Gunna in the same thing where it's like, because y'all are both from here, y'all both pop at the same time, y'all both on tour, y'all making records, y'all doing Murdergram, y'all doing all this shit. It's like, oh, Jay and Hov, Jay and X. But Jay is like, yo, what? Like we aren't a group. I never needed this nigga. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And then X next album drops and he does 375,000 first week, and he's got a big monster record, and y'all gonna make me lose my mind. But then Jay drops Volume 3. We sold more records than Will Smith, and I'm the biggest rapper on the fucking planet. That's what it was. Yeah. So I kind of look at Lil Baby and Gunna in that same.
That's a phenomenal assessment.
I look at them in that same zone where we as people lump them together way harder than they were lumped together.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, not to be funny, they aren't even the same gang. They just wound up making the same music.
Yeah.
Like, they're not even in the same clique. Seriously.
Yeah.
Lil Baby got his whole set. Like, he's closer with Doug than he's closer with Gunna.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that
Baby, and that's the other thing that Baby did strategically that was smart. When he went out here and started selecting niggas he wanted around him as far as rap goes, he intentionally went outside of Atlanta. Doug is from fucking Detroit. Rollo is from fucking Alabama. Like, Rollo literally came, did a feature with Lil Baby, and just never left.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, what I gotta do, dog? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the other thing. People are drawn to this nigga. I don't know if y'all saw his 24 Hours with Spotify, whatever that's out right now. It's some of the best content on the internet because it encapsulates everything that we saying, where it's like the magnetism that he has and the reverence that the people around him got for him, from family, from homies, from music industry people and all of that shit, they love this nigga.
Yeah.
They literally love this nigga. And it's hard to beat somebody that's likable. It's like the Mace effect. Even when fucking Mace put out Double Up, niggas is still like, we just love Mace. Like, we gonna highlight the shit we like on here versus the shit that we don't, because we like him so much.
Double Up was an interesting album because it was Mace fighting the machine.
Yes.
It was him fighting back against being, remember when he was like, I was Murder, P. Diddy made me pretty? It was him trying to be Murder Mace, and the whole rap game is like, what are you doing?
Yeah, why are you doing it?
Completely ignoring the fact that it's like, yo, I used to get on traps with Lox and Biggie and out rap these niggas. So it's like, I'm as good as them, but you not doing the jiggy shit. But when you listen to Double Up, like, remember the joint from Scratch?
He's rapping.
He out-rapped Sean, Lou, all them niggas. Like, Mace was insane. But I think if I had to put a bow on all of this, I think that Lil Baby and Gunna, for what it's worth, when it comes down to just making music, neither of them did anything wrong, but I think the fans kind of created some shit that wasn't there.
Yeah, it was because of the heartbreak of like, we want to see y'all together.
Right.
So they tried to lead with negativity instead of saying, man, y'all both phenomenal artists. Y'all should just get back together for the culture.
I personally, I think I talked to Black about it. I don't understand people who are thinking that Lil Baby somehow like is over, or he not gonna be able to live up to. It's like, we all know Lil Baby one of the best rappers on the earth.
Yeah.
We all were there. Like, it wasn't but 3 years ago where he was the #1 Billboard artist.
Yeah.
He did it. I think Dirk did it right after. Like, these niggas all running the same. I told you I finished Ghost.
Yeah.
Dirk with the chopper was crazy. I don't know how we got back to that, but yeah. But I think, me personally, I look at them and I'm like, they're both phenomenal. They're both from the same region. They both are in the same vein, but I think that they run two different offenses. They play two different games.
Right. One is like a pro style and one is like run and shoot or some shit.
Lil Baby, you can put him in that same pocket of Lil Wayne, Drake, I would say Bun B, Gotti,
Yeah.
where it's like he has more. It's more of what he's saying.
Exactly.
In his music.
Strip everything else. Take the auto-tune away, take the subject matter, whatever, take all of this, the clothes and the drip and all of that away. What is this nigga saying? Is it dope? 9 times out of 10, it's dope.
Lil Baby could rap that shit on a train. Like he you could tell he could just rap.
Right.
Whereas Gunna, he falls in the same vein of like Future, Juvenile,
Migos,
where it's like I'm the melody kid. Like Gunna's, he's a flow master. Some of the flows that he's created over the last couple years just don't even make sense. But that's what he's good at.
Yeah,
but
like, nigga, are you rapping to the snare?
Dog,
It's like that sort of shit. Like Gunna, like you said, immensely talented, both of them, for completely different reasons.
So totally different.
And
things.
because they complemented each other so much, the fans just wanted to see a reunion, and it turned toxic. So instead of having honest dialogue about like, come on, man, like do it for the culture, this shit heartbreaking, it turned into, oh, you a bitch ass nigga, you a rat from one fan base, then it turned into, oh, you terrible, you fell off, you need Gunna, and Gunna clears, and it just turned into this like infighting instead of motherfuckers just saying, yo, man, like, can we just please get like 6 songs for the culture?
I saw somebody the other day, like when the album first dropped, it was like Gunna clears this joint. The album had been out for 6 minutes.
Right. It was 12:06,
It's
literally.
like, damn, Gunna clear that shit quick. Like, but that's the reality, and I'm here to tell you. And I think also another thing that's fucking people is Gunna right now is musically, he's like doing better than he ever has.
Yes.
So that has people like.
Gunna was a 30, 40K nigga. I'm a day one Gunna fan. I booked Gunna. I brought Gunna. He fucking did a show at Dope Shows on a Thursday. I brought him to Vanity after. There's like 300 people there. I brought Lil Baby to the city for the first time. It was 750 people in that bitch. So when I say one makes outside music and he attracts the street niggas and the dope boys and the women and it's a different thing.
Yeah, and seeing it now where like, seeing Gunna's headline and that shit in Thailand, it's just like, yeah, Gunna might be $500,000 to get him somewhere now because he has a diamond record with Baby. He has #1 albums. Gunna was literally performing the NBA All-Star Weekend at the Pushing P and all. He's got all of these records. Yeah. So it's like and now he's in shape. It's crazy. He's actually elevated, and I think people look at Lil Baby almost the same way they was trying to look at Lil Wayne after like the Carter 3 or the Carter 4, where it's just like, yeah, we kind of think it's over, just ignoring the fact that Lil Wayne's gonna be successful for the next 17 years. Yeah. And Lil Baby has a chance to do that too. Because I'm like Lil Wayne, yeah, my father robbed me, I'm dealing with all this bullshit, I ain't got no money for this, and the third.
But you pay him my taxes.
But you know the Carter 5 get ready to drop. Then that drop, $500K first week.
580.
And it's just like, oh shit, Wayne is still Wayne. And I think people forgot Baby is still Baby because they see Gunna elevating, and it's just, I hope I did a good job of breaking it down.
I think you did a great job.
But that's kind of how I looked at what was going on. I think I was just looking at everybody tripping, and I'm just like, Baby gonna do Baby shit. Right. He Baby. That's not the Baby. That's Lil Baby.
In the words of my man NFIC, don't forget to remember. Like, don't forget that this nigga, all of the accolades and all of the shit that he did, to that point. This week, Lil Baby's My Turn was ranked the #1 biggest rap album of the 21st century by Billboard. It beats out albums such as Eminem Show, Views, Graduation, and more. So it was the #8 album overall, but it was the first rap album on the list. The albums before it was Dangerous, the double album by Morgan Wallen, 21 by Adele, Fearless by Taylor Swift, 1989 by Taylor Swift, Hamilton, an American Musical by Original Broadway Cast Recording, One Thing at a Time by Morgan Wallen, and Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone. He's the first rapper on the list and the only rapper in the top 10. These are the stats from that album. The shit is ridiculous. I couldn't believe it when I read it. Longest charting rap album of the 2020s. Most weeks at #1 of any rap album in the 2020s. 19 songs charted on the Hot 100 simultaneously. Most streamed rap album of the 2020s in the U.S. Highest selling rap album of the 2020s in the U.S. Only rap album to spend its first 4 years in the top 100 on Billboard. Most gold and platinum songs of any rap album in history, all 25. Only rap album this decade to sell 2 million plus copies in a single calendar year of 2020. Most streamed Atlanta hip hop album of all time on Spotify with 3.7 billion streams. Fastest trap album to ever sell 1 million copies. Only rap album in history to spend 100 weeks inside the top 10 of Billboard hip hop R&B charts. 197,000 units sold first week. 25th largest charting rap album of all time. Still inside the top 100 on Billboard in 2025. He can't fall off.
Yeah, the My Turn is one of the greatest albums ever.
Every song is 25 songs.
They said it's number one of the 21st century.
Number one rap album of the 21st century.
When did the 21st century start? 2000?
2000.
I don't know if I'm going with that. It's up there.
Because it's Billboard, remember?
Yeah.
It's strictly statistical.
It's just statistical. Like, but all I'm saying is Good Kid, Mad City and Take Care, where did they fall? You know, both of them are like at 580 weeks or some crazy shit on the list. On the Billboard 200.
Top albums, 21st century. All right, here we go.
Because it's not going off a skill thing.
It's all sales.
Yeah.
It's all sales there. Oh, fuck, you're not going to show me the list?
Because Graduation did more sales than Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Correct.
Right.
All right, Billboard.
I don't think neither one of them albums got 25 gold platinum.
Say it again?
Gold and platinum black.
Yeah, the whole album was gold and platinum.
Yeah, and he has so much shit on there. Yeah.
And We Paid also was a number one radio record. They didn't even add that into the mix, but We Paid was a number one fucking radio record of 2021 and 2022. It played on the radio more times than fucking anything. All right, where are these lists at? Because Billboard been putting out.
All right, I got the top 10.
Yeah,
but,
I'm only seeing the top 10, but I saw it was they trying to make you pay to see the rest of the
I don't have it. Like, I'm on the same joint you on. Like, I can't.
Yeah, I'm literally on Billboard's Twitter.
Yeah, I can't pay anything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I have no money for
I do not have that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not paying the 9 or whatever the fuck it is.
All right, let's see if I can pull it up through this website. All right, we got the top 10 again, and that's it.
Yeah, they not trying to. I'm about to go to Google Images now and see if they. Oh, all right, here we go. Oh, that's artists, albums. Oh, apparently they posted it on Instagram. All right, let's go to Billboard's Instagram. God, man, this shit is like hard work. See how hard we working for y'all, man?
You would think that this would just be like, yo,
you
here.
don't want this readily available.
Right.
No, they wouldn't the execs to pay for that chart there.
All right, the Carter 3 was number 92. So we got 1 through 10 and 92. I got that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, here we go. All right, I got it. I got the list.
You sure?
Yes, I got the list. I promise. All right.
I got it too.
All right.
You on Reddit?
No,
I went to Reddit.
I'm on Instagram.
Okay.
On Instagrams. All right, so number 11.
Well, I was just looking for certain rap albums. Like, where are they? They got Views. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Views is 28. So Views did more than Take Care, in theory, because Views got a billion stream songs.
Usher Confessions, number 15. Taylor Swift album, number 18.
Beer Bongs and Bentleys was 12. Post Malone.
Stoney by Post Malone, number 24. Damn by Kendrick Lamar,
It's 25. SOS was 26.
SZA, 26. Midnights by Taylor Swift, 29. Pop Smoke, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, 31. Shout out Poppy Lokester, nigga.
All right.
Shout out Big Poppy Lokester.
Yeah, Scorpion 36. Eminem Show 39.
Juice WRLD, Goodbye and Good Riddance, 38.
Astro World 41. The Emancipation of Mimi's 45. Unorthodox Jukebox 46. What else we got?
Adele 25 was number 50.
Eminem Curtain Call was 53.
The Weeknd, The Highlights, number 52.
Oh yeah, shit. Bruno Mars 24K Magic. That was a good ass album. 56.
Justin Bieber, My World 2.0, 59.
Country Grammar, goddamn, 62. Certified Lover Boy 65.
Shaggy, Hot Shot, 61. Shaggy. Weekend, Starboy, 64. Certified Lover Boy, 65. Recovery, Eminem, 66. Black Eyed Peas, the END, 67. Future Sex Love Sound,
tissue. Go ahead, keep
68.
reading.
Take Care, 69. Anti by Rihanna, 70. Duchess by Fergie, 72. Alicia Keys, songs in A minor, 76.
Speaker box.
Oh, so this is not a 2000s list then.
How you figure?
Because when did songs in A minor come out? That wasn't in the 90s?
Yeah, it was after 2000.
After 2000?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Alicia Keys carried that piano on the scene. And
The Weekend After Hours, number 79. Mumford & Sons, Babel, number 80. I like Mumford & Sons a lot. Good Kid, Mad City, 81. Alicia Keys, As I Am, 82. Legends Never Die, Juice WRLD, number 83. Black Eyed Peas, Monkey Business, 84. Doja Cat, Planet Her, number 86. Get Rich or Die Trying, 87.
yeah, so this list isn't.
Akon, Convicted, number 90.
It's
Shout
just
out
who.
Akon,
It's just
Black
who
ass.
did more in the Billboard arena
Billboard
of
arena
sales
of
and all.
sales, chart performance,
Because like
and
even
all
with
that.
Drake, it's like why the fuck was Scorpion and all, but it's like yeah, Views, Scorpion, all that shit did way more. All right, yeah.
So Lil Baby's having a phenomenal fucking week, man.
But this right here though, what we're talking about, leave the skill and the ability out. Just the fact that you have an album that did that, you're never going to.
You can never fall.
It's like you remember when Mike dropped Invincible? Mm-hmm. It sold 7 million records. And people was like, yeah, man, this is a failure. And it's just like, most of you don't sell 7 million.
Most people sell 700,000.
But Mike sold 80.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, because I sold 80, I'm never dropping and going, yeah, Mike, I was gold. I'm never gonna hear that.
Did you see
Like-
the latest update on Thriller sales?
I know it's up there.
122.3 million.
I know it was at 87.
How many songs is on Thriller? 9?
10, 9 or 10?
9 or 10?
Yeah.
So you talk.
Depending on what Thriller you got.
Yeah. So right now, right, and this is the music industry trickery. Right now, SZA is 10 weeks away from SOS being the largest top 10 album in Billboard history, beating Thriller. They've already released a deluxe to keep it in the top 10. They're now priming to release a deluxe to the deluxe.
I saw that the other day.
Solana, you never getting out of that deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know. They're never letting you out of the deal. They let Kendrick out of his deal. You are never, ever getting out of that deal with TDE.
You ever see the joint with Sting take the mask off and it's just
Never
Sting?
seen
Yeah.
it. You are never getting out of that deal. Like, I would not, there's no way I would approve that.
Real quick, did you ever see the WCW joint when Booker T was dressed up as Sting?
Yes.
And they got the joint was like when Sting turned into Stang. And it's Booker T with the Sting shit on. And he whipping ass and doing spinneroonies and shit. Like, yo. And they got big shit popping playing in the background. That's what makes it so funny. When Sting turned into Stang. Booker T was going crazy. Yo. Fucking Stang.
How can you not love wrestling culture, yo?
Dog. Booker T was hitting niggas with the scissor kick, doing spinneroonies, and Sting was just standing there looking at it. Booker T was on. Fucking Sting turned into Stang. But yeah, man, wrapping up all that shit, I think that right there makes the point. Once you get to that encompassing of the musical world, you're not gonna drop albums and not have enough interest around you.
Exactly.
Because for you to have a number one doing 145,000
Without a big single?
without the single is kind of crazy because it's like, dog, Kendrick Lamar just had the greatest single song he's ever fucking did, and he did 300.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was fighting for 300.
Yeah.
So that
His
right
early
there,
predictions was dark.
that right there says a lot.
Yeah, his fans was online like, yo, stream it in your sleep. Turn it to a low volume.
Bad Bunny perennially is on that global hip chart, whatever the fuck it is for the
Spotify global
top 200.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny just dropped and is fighting to crack a beam.
Yeah. Because his interest is outside of the U.S.
It's not, yeah, like it's to get to that place right now. Like, think about it. Motherfuckers is praising Doechii for selling 8,000.
Yeah. They said her highest sales week has been, I think, 18,000.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, for you to reach that plateau of $145 with no single, that just shows like the carryover from me being Baby, from me being Wham, from me doing this, that, and the third. Like, I basically did 145 off of a fucking interview with fucking
Spotify.
with
Yachty.
Yachty. Like I did 145 off the Yachty interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And apparently the interview was so crazy it made Charlamagne tuck his jaw. They said Charlamagne took his jaw down with Baby.
Damn.
Yeah, because the jaw with Yachty was so good.
I mean, and that's the thing, right? We're in a space in media right now, and this is the shit that Elliot Wilson is crying and complaining about every week, is because rappers are going to speak to rappers and their peers differently than they're going to talk to journalists.
Yeah.
So to see Charlamagne put an interview up, take an interview down because he realizes, like, damn, I didn't ask the right shit. Yeah, because you not around. So you not understanding the throes of the music industry and the stresses and, you know what I'm saying, and the climate of Atlanta. You're not understanding none of that to get the best piece of media that you can get from this shit. The same way motherfucker go and do an interview with the Pivot, and it's going to be, an athlete do an interview with the Pivot, it's going to be different than if they doing a spot on ESPN or the fucking, what was that shit that used to be on every Sunday? It was like all of the journalists or whatever sitting around on ESPN.
E60? Not E60. Sports reporters.
Sports reporters.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, that's a different...
The heavyset white boys be the hosts. Yeah.
Which was a phenomenal fucking show, but...
And I used to hate watching it because it was like, this shit ain't got no fluff. This shit is straight journalism.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even like Kalishaw and Woody Page. Like, it's no entertainment. That shit was just straight words. It was like watching 60 Minutes about sports.
Literally.
Yeah, that's how that shit was. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's get to some...
Man, listen.
Fox Sports News. Did you see Antonio Brown was like lunch break at the Fox Sports News set? It was a porno set. Antonio Brown is crazy as shit.
By now, like, all right, so it's been about a week. So I think at this point, everybody's aware of it, at least, you know, on a casual basis. Even if you don't have all the intricate details, read the court filing or whatever. I think everybody has a general understanding of what happened. And essentially that Fox Sports 1 was Freak Show 1. Yeah. And everybody around that motherfucker was either using some sort of sexual energy, be it a Shannon Sharp, or actually following through on their sexual thoughts and advances to advance their fucking career, which is being alleged, which is what Joy Taylor did and that Skip Bayless attempted to do.
Right.
And essentially, it's one of them situations where when you put people together, no matter what fucking job they're doing, if you put people together, men and women, they gon' fuck. That's just what it is. SEPTA, University of fucking Penn, every Jefferson Hospital, PPA,
cornhole, correctional facility.
People gonna fuck because that's what humans do. We are made to fucking, you know, have sex, procreate, all of that. And when you are constantly interacting with somebody, someone that you started off with at work, you say y'all both started at the same time, September 2024.
Oh man, don't let y'all be in training together.
Y'all might not even be interested in one another, but the more time you spend with one another, the more things you find out about one another. The more shared interests you uncover, the more likely dick is going in vagina.
Dog, them workplace, what you call them, rendezvous, be so crazy because you ever get wrapped up in one, and when you come to work, you looking in the break room before you walk in, you on the door looking at making sure the coast is clear. Them Jones be crazy as shit, man. Oh my God.
I grew up and worked in an era where HR violations were like, don't you do that shit.
Oh, you be calling.
I do that shit.
I've been there. You
don't
calling.
do that shit.
You calling your homie. You in the break room? Trina in there? All right, I'm gonna eat in the car.
Because I came up in the workforce in the mid 2000s, coming out of college, going into the workforce, where at Enterprise, they hammer you about HR violations. At ADP, they hammer you about HR violations. Because of that experience, I always strayed away from workplace rendezvous. I never fucked around.
I worked at SEPTA. You meet the manager, they telling you, who you got your eye on out there? Yeah.
Because essentially,
that's real.
Y'all are in one community all unto yourself, and corporate is so far removed from you that you're not experiencing it. With us, it's different because if I'm a branch manager or assistant manager, I'm in a branch working with my 6, 7, 8 employees, whatever. But my area manager is here present all the time. Yeah. So if there's any impropriety, my level 3 supervisor is going to catch the shit.
Yes, yeah.
And I just was always afraid of getting jammed the fuck up because I'm already, as a young black man, coming to work every day, understanding that today could be my last day for whatever fucking reason.
And septic, them hoes don't even know how to send email. You know what I'm saying? You straight. You run wild
So
down
I
there.
always stayed away from it, but I would sit back and watch it, and at Enterprise, they had something called relationships. You would have direct supervisors. I know direct supervisors that married their management trainees. Started fucking them, engaged, married. Everything is out in the motherfucking open, but they were covered because it was transparent. But what about all of the casual rendezvous? What about the sales retreats and the corporate training and all of that shit? They basically saying now, like there was a story recently where it was like the lawyers, it was like the Black Lawyers Convention in Atlanta or whatever. They're like, oh, this shit is Freaknik. Like they're like, nobody's not getting shit done. It's dicks going in vaginas and mouths and ear holes and assholes.
Drewski has a video for everything.
Oh my God.
Drewski is one of the greatest. So the other day, you want something to drink?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some water.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
Yeah. Drewski, he had a video the other day where I'm pretty sure they saw you.
Why did they even duck down?
But Drewski had a video. Well, the video came out where he was like, "You with your workplace relationships," and literally somebody the other day posted this shit was like. Emmanuel Acho walking in and seeing Joy Taylor talking to Shannon Sharp, and it's a joke where Drewski walk in and he like, that's a bet, that's a bet, that's a bet, that's a bet. You know that's my bitch. He said, nigga, you married. You know that's my you know that's my bitch. Dog, I was dying because I'm like, yo, I've seen a nigga with a whole wife.
Oh shit.
Oh. I thought he was saying, I thought he was like this, John. Like, what the fuck is going on?
The rest of my mic there. Okay. Keep going, nigga.
Oh, okay. But yeah, when you see those workplace relationships, because I've seen that. Like I've seen a motherfucker come in the break room and see a chick talking to it, and they just having simple conversation. You know, traffic was heavy today on the expressway. Like
It's getting cold,
Just normal shit. And a nigga come in and Lou, what the fuck going on over here?
Yeah, full meltdown.
Full meltdown.
Oh, don't y'all look cozy.
I seen it, dog. He walked in and said, that's a bet, that's a bet, that's a bet. I said, dog, what's wrong with you? He asked me, no, that's my bitch. I said, you married, nigga, you know that's my nigga, you know that's my bitch. Yeah, man. So what sparked all of this? Was it the skit Bayless? Because it seemed like he was the beginning.
Indecent proposal.
But it don't seem like anything, like, it happened and we off that.
So, there's two things here.
Okay.
There's the filing, and then there's testimony, as far as people, not in court, but people's that were around, their personal testimony.
Okay.
And so far, Marcellus Wiley and Jason Whitlock have given the most specific, in-depth testimony of what the fuck is going on.
Jason Whitlock said, I ain't want to be around that.
Man, because I know myself.
Skin. You know, that nice rack.
Big rack. So, Jason Whitlock has alleged that essentially him and Colin Cowherd were on the second floor of this facility or whatever, and they got their dressing rooms and they craft services and they makeup and hair and makeup and all of that shit, call it H&M in the industry and all of that. And then Shannon and Skip were on the first floor.
Okay.
And that essentially Shannon was using all this sexual energy to rile up all the women that worked in the hair and makeup department and saying shit that he's like, yo, he's saying shit I wouldn't say at home, let alone at work. And he's alleging that Shannon is walking around shirtless, tight-ass boxer briefs on, scurrying through the hallways and all of that shit, showing that dick print and all kind of shit. And basically it turned into a dick measuring contest between Skip and Shannon, where Skip, even though he's married, he got reeled into that shit because he like, yo, this is my show. I'm executive producer. Anybody showing dick is me. And he went off the motherfucking rails and started trying to do the same shit with the women that work there. Yeah. And it backfired.
Get you some of this bologna.
And it turns into a dick measuring contest where Skip starts talking to, because they said him and the hairstylist was like this. Like they would eat lunch together and all of that. Like they were super tight. And I seen her. I would have knocked her down. I ain't gonna hold you. I would have knocked her down. Middle Eastern, good set of hair, good looking, decent looking older woman or whatever. I would have nailed it to the gross.
So Skip was fucking with her?
Skip was trying to fuck with her.
Okay.
But she, because she works for both of them, she was one of the women that Shannon is, oh girl, man, if you wasn't, oh man, I've been at that long. Like Shannon is doing all of that shit. And Whitlock saying, my two eyes saw the energy is like, oh Shannon, you're so crazy. And then Skip starts trying to lean into it and take it, and turn it from a friendly professional relationship he had with some of these women to, oh man, what's Shannon giving these hoes? What, $1 million? Oh man, I give you 1.5 for NIL, to eat this dick up. And it's just like, what the fuck? Because with a lot of men, because we're ego driven, especially when we're successful, don't realize is that everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah, no.
And what's good for the goose is not always good for the gander. And Skip, essentially, if these allegations are true, allowed himself to get reeled in to this dick measuring contest with Shannon, and it threw him off his trajectory of being here on your purpose to work, to where he started fraternizing and, attempting to push the boundaries with some of these women, and something that may have even been said in jest is now being taken literally. And as a result of that, to substantiate the fact that not only did he say this is a toxic work environment, this is the shit that all these motherfuckers are doing. So she basically just went full whistleblower and told on everything. Yeah. And in those findings, it's like, yo, Joy Taylor was not only fucking Emmanuel Acho, and her and Acho plotted to get Jason Whitlock and Marcellus Wiley off of Speak. She also simultaneously, while fucking Acho, started fucking Charlie Dixon, the executive who could make that happen. And slowly but surely, Whitlock left. Then it was Marcellus Wiley and Acho. And then all of a sudden, it was Acho and Joy Taylor on that show. Yeah. So they put a long game together, this plan together of me and you together, we fucking, you my bitch, whatever. I'm in here with my toes out in your crib, under the blanket, you know what I'm saying? Sipping this Pinot.
Yeah, socks out taking pictures at a bitch crib. Y'all go together.
He putting, I just want to he's doing dedication videos and all that middle of the day. Because that head was so magnificent on my lunch break. He doing all of that shit.
Give it a random salute to your core. Hey, like, so what do you think about the NFC Midwest? What are we thinking? Packers or the Bears? Before we get to that, I just want to say
I want to give a dedication to my co-host.
It's such a blessing to work with.
Work with that big rack and that peanut butter skin.
Yo, man, I feel crazy as shit for that.
So their plan worked. So now in 2025, Marcellus' commentary is, I knew Acho was hyper competitive and ultra competitive and about his career. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize how much planning went into him doing what he was doing, and the driving force behind it being his career aspirations, but also I want to get my girl up here so that now I ain't got to come out my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Network pay her because now she's doing more spots. And the central allegation is like, yo, she rose from like a beat reporter to to doing the most spots on the network in like a 2-year period between the fucking cabal that she formed with Acho, and then her secretly fucking Charlie Dixon. And the reason why the hairstylist knows all of this is because her and Joy Taylor were friends. And she's like, yo, Joy, are you sure you want to do this? Because if Charlie finds out you fucking Acho, and Acho finds out you fucking Charlie, it's going to be a problem. And Joy Taylor said, don't worry, I already got that handle. Yeah. If it comes out, I'm going to say that he forced me to do it because of power dynamic, and essentially I was coerced, and I'm going to fucking file a lawsuit against the network, which is the most damning part of all of this. So it's like, jokes be damned. That part right there where it's like, yo, you're operating from a point, if true, allegedly, that your recourse if you get busted being a whore and sleeping around as a married woman, mind you, because she had a husband in the background of all of this shit.
Oh, she is married?
She's married.
Oh, wow.
So you fucking Acho, you fucking Charlie Dixon, and your recourse if you get busted is, I'm gonna say Charlie Dixon made me do it. I'm gonna blow this whole shit up. Yeah. This gonna be Joy Sports One, motherfucker. 14
million? I'm out the door.
I'm out of here.
Two things I have a humongous problem with. One, y'all believed Acho with that hair.
Oh, man.
That is crazy.
Any nigga with a burst fade is not to be taken seriously.
You know what Acho's hair looks like? Remember the hat that Simi and Akeem wore when they came to America? Them big, furry, McDonald's-looking hats like...
Acho haircut inspired Boss Man D-Lo. They got the same cut.
Dog. You're like Drew Tejada. Like one of them big, woofing, nappy, stylish, fro-hawk things. Like, any man in his 40s with that is crazy. I used to work with a fro-hawk nigga.
That's a wild boy.
Fro-hawk niggas, the hawk part of the fro will be gray, and they'll still have the fro-hawk.
Yeah, fro-hawk niggas try to fuck a bitch in the ass first. On the first link. Give me that ass, girl. It's a wild nigga.
What?
Yeah, all that good pussy is one, give me that ass. Like, they live a different lifestyle.
I was so not ready for that. Oh, man. It's only hilarious because the fro-hawk nigga I'm talking about, I remember a chick who like started at our depot and I remember everybody was like looking at her and he was like, I know she got some good asshole. I was just like, okay.
We didn't rehearse this. I don't know Fro-Hawk Boy from September.
But he said that. I know she got some good asshole.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, how are you envisioning
the asshole?
The asshole first. Good pussy right there.
Yeah,
we go back.
Keep that to yourself.
Hotline bling me. Like,
Go to the fire exit.
I know she got some good asshole.
Like Crip back. Yo.
Bust a 6 coochie asshole.
Cripback dropped that song. He said, you heard you got a wife. You a fool. You shouldn't trust her. I heard she got some good asshole. And you a cusser. You a cusser.
Free Cripback, man.
Yo, man. You should. But yeah, them Fro-Hawk niggas are a wild, that's just a wild joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's wild. It's wild when you young. Like when you Dre from Power is wild. Right. But when you old Fro-Hawk nigga is crazy. So that's my first biggest problem with all of this. Why would y'all believe in anything Acho does and says because of that hair?
Yeah, Fro-Hawk niggas tell a bitch like they refer to their dick as a kielbasa. You want some of this kielbasa?
I from the first time I saw Acho on television with that hair, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem believable. He doesn't seem trustworthy. I don't think he knows what he's talking about, no matter what's going on.
And he claims to be a man of God. You fucking somebody's wife.
I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first problem. Y'all believed Acho with that hair. The second biggest problem in this is, if that shit is true about what Joy Taylor said she was gonna do, she needs to be stripped of every position she has, and she needs to be cast to the Caucasus Mountains like the devil. Yeah. Because that's some shit you can't, but that showed you right there just how loose we become as a society.
She was back at work the next, after that
back
shit dropped, back at work with a blouse on.
With a big ass Aunt
cover these melons.
She had an Aunt Viv's blouse on.
Social distancing.
Yo, the very next day.
She was, she was this far away from Keyshawn.
Yeah. Like, and that to me is something you can't joke with, you can't play with, you can't, what the fuck?
You're gonna destroy somebody's life because you a hoe.
Cause you a hoe, if true.
If true.
This is crazy. That's the craziest part of this whole story. That she allegedly said, you know, if it come out, I'm gonna just say force me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck they gonna do. That shows that not only are you a hoe, you are treacherous. And a treacherous bitch is worse than a hoe.
Yeah, you a conniving hoe. You could women like that have crashed empires. They've started wars, and that's my one and only issue in all of this is just like, yo, Skip, what are you doing? But then more important than that, on the hierarchy of issues is, why do you think that this is a good recourse of action to take? And then when you couple that with the things she was saying on various pieces of media, it's like, so you virtue signaling and you're completely full of shit and you're not living like none of this. Yeah. Constantly pointing the finger at men, bad man bad, and all of this shit. And you are a whole man eater manipulating all of these men to do your bidding so that you can advance your career with a husband at home.
Yeah, and because we're media and we tend to really, really give, media a more than thorough scrutinizing, because we are media. I'm gonna, my y'all weird of the week is the whole entire sports media world. Because if a scandal like this happened with Ime Udoka, if a scandal like this happened with Kobe Bryant, if a scandal like this happened with Allen Iverson,
talk to him.
If a scandal like this happened with Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, I could just keep with Tiger Woods.
Y'all would never stop talking about
Y'all wouldn't shut the fuck up for the whole 24/7.
Yeah.
24/7. Yeah, we know we had people racing lawnmowers scheduled for 7 a.m. today, but we're not doing that. We talk about Tiger Woods in this scandal. Yeah. Y'all wouldn't shut the fuck up.
They acted like Tiger Woods was getting bitches and they acted like he was Al-Qaeda.
Dog.
They had that nigga mug shot blasted on it. I'm like, yo, I'm like, did Tiger get arrested? They had a mug shot, he didn't even get arrested.
Yo, they really had a whole news cycle because Tiger Woods was getting hoes. That was a
getting poor white hoes at that. He even had no top tier work.
No standards.
My booty said Tiger Woods is an embarrassment. This nigga had a press conference. What the fuck is the press conference for? I tell you what, give me $1 billion and cut the cameras on and ask me why I'm fucking a bunch of bitches. What's the answer you get?
That's I'm gonna keep it above.
He said, yeah, these white hoes be sucking my dick. Hey, y'all can suck my dick too. He said, thanks a lot, Paul. He ran, of course.
Part of the primary reason to become a billionaire is the fuck bitches.
Dog.
And I know that shit sounds crude and outdated, but that's the reality. Part of the reason that men become successful is to get sexual access to women.
He said, Tiger Woods got up there and straight said, I want to apologize to all my family and friends in the room. He said, you're the only black person on the stage. What the hell are you talking about? They really did a whole news cycle to the point where Tiger had to have a press conference
they acted
behind
like
that
he was
shit.
ISIS.
Dog, that shit was crazy. And that's my y'all weird. Sports media, for y'all to act like that with anybody in sports, when your media does it, nothing. It ain't been reported on it's on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook.
It ain't on no sports network.
Nothing.
The shit ain't on Visa.
Nothing. Whitlock, Acho, nobody got nothing to say. Shannon Sharp, Stephen A, Skip.
Yeah, Whitlock and Marcellus the only ones talking because they are alternative media now.
Mark Zumoff. Nobody got nothing to say.
Howard Eskin.
Goddamn, Mike Missinelli. Hey, nobody got nothing to say. This shit is crazy, dog. I've never seen that. If this was a B-level athlete, C-level athlete, who had some type of crazy sex scandal going on in the organization.
Man.
We just saw this happen with Ime Udoka.
Yeah, they castigated that man.
Ime and Nia Long, we just saw this happen. I was there for the Kobe shit.
Yeah.
Kobe legitimately had to rebuild his whole entire life. I was there.
Kobe was out there balling like he was playing against the DA on the court.
Tiger Woods has become Father of the Year in the golf arena with Charlie. And they still, Tiger's at the joint. Charlie just got his first hole-in-one last week. And Tiger's there and they're celebrating. And you see the reporters like, is Tiger talking to any bitches? This shit is crazy.
Where the mangy white hoes at? I know Tiger got a couple of them hanging around here.
No. I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with that. I'm not going to respect that. I don't like that at all. Y'all need to report on that the same way y'all would report on these athletes.
Facts.
Because that's a whole scandal. That's a lot of bullshit. And the fact that you got somebody who you ain't even get put on desk duty. How the fuck you back at work the next day after you just said you were gonna throw the executive under the bus for sexual harassment? Like
Insane.
Craziest shit I ever seen in my life. I was blown away by that. That was anything.
Yeah, man. So the shit is still developing, but like you said, the biggest takeaway is obviously, you know, the allegation of Joy Taylor trying to take this shit down. The skit bail is $1.5 million indecent proposal. And then the fact that like sports media is completely fucking ignoring this shit and just pretending like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And when that shit broke on Sunday, it was one of the craziest days in Twitter history. Like we haven't had a day on Twitter like that in 5 years. Like it was insane.
Oh, I could believe it. I know that was nuts. Because it was wild just watching it from the outside where it's like, wait a minute. And Joy Taylor, for what it's worth, like Raw was like, oh wow, I didn't even know. That's Jason Taylor's sister.
Yes.
And it's just like, you would think just on the strip, like your brother is one of the greatest pass rushers in NFL history.
One of the 5 greatest Dolphins of all time.
He's the second greatest. It's fucking Dan Marino and then him.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's like you would think, okay, you know, that'd be your foot in the door. And then when you see her more and more, you think like, okay, she is talented a little bit. She talks well. She is pretty as shit. It's like, it makes total sense, especially with this overcorrection shit we've been on. You've seen the expansion of basketball coverage ain't just Doris Burke no more. Ain't, you know, you're seeing, the other day they had an all-woman game cast for football and people were complaining about that.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. But to see this come out and it be this much shit,
and nobody's talking?
No, because it involves all of y'all.
Yeah.
It involves Shannon, Skip, Whitlock, Wiley. It involves all of y'all.
For the people who are, and for the few people who have said something that are outside of the sphere, Cam Newton and Stephen A. Smith, they took the pandering route. They're not even examining.
What did they say?
They basically was like, you know, Joy Taylor's extremely talented, beautiful woman, da-da-da-da-da. We need to let this play out. Like, they took the route of, like, trying to attack Whitlock for his commentary versus attacking her for the allegation.
Like you the clown for speaking
You the clown for speaking on this, and it's like Cam Newton said, Jason Whitlock, come on, bro, who you fucking? Like, and it turned, and it's like, yo, do you not realize that? So now we've gone full circle where now we're back to a dick measuring contest again. Like, you niggas, y'all all have CTE. All you NFL niggas have CTE. It's like, yo, so you don't see how Skip getting into a dick measuring contest with Shannon Sharp fucking started the fucking the sweeping arm on the Rolex of time of this whole situation, and then now you're trying to do a dick measuring contest with Joy Taylor, with Jason Whitlock based on his commentary on Joy Taylor, as if the sole attractiveness of men to women or of men, what women like about men is solely attractiveness. That's not what they like us for. Right. And if you a real player, you find that out early and often. Because I know plenty of ugly niggas who swagged up, who got paper, who know how to talk, who got great rap, who know how to present themselves. That fuck a lot of bitches. It's not about how you look. Yeah. It's not about how much you weigh. It's not about none of that. No. Are you secure? Can you offer a woman security, comfort? Can you provide? Are you funny? Are you intellectual? All of that shit, they like us for completely different reasons. So to sit here and think that because Jason Whitlock is 300-something pounds, he couldn't potentially fuck Joy Taylor is like, oh, you operating on some like
high school shit.
On some high school shit. Like, this is not like the high school quarterback with the head cheerleader. This is not what this is. And because Charlie Dixon looks like a fucking gargoyle and he got that pussy, allegedly.
I hate to break it to you, but it's like the allegation is that she's a hoe.
Like, can we deal with that?
I don't know if you've ever been around hoes, but that's kind of the way it go, brother.
Fucking Jason Whitlock flamed Cam Newton so bad, he called him Captain Save-A-Joy, made a fucking graphic with him with that hat on with the Superman cape. And it's just like,
Cam been huffing them hot air balloon fumes like, yeah,
the
man.
thing is this, Jason Whitlock, while he may be polarizing, controversial or whatever, and completely detestable at times with some of his commentary and the things that he decides to take up as a cause that he wants to attack or illuminate in the media, you can't claim that he's stupid. You can't claim that he's ill-informed, and you can't claim that he isn't an amazing orator who, even if you disagree with his point, he can still explain it in a way where you can get to the end and be like, I don't agree with that nigga, but it makes sense.
Right.
So to reduce somebody as intellectual as that down to who you fucking, show me the woman or show me the man you fucking, because you know, you never know nowadays, show me who you fucking, it's like, and that's a 20-minute segment on your show, you're the jackass, not him.
Yeah. Media is terrible.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's just all around. Y'all don't hold no one accountable when they need to be. Y'all move the goalposts more than Twitter rap fans do. It's just junk.
It all comes down to who we like and who we don't like.
That's just
we like Joy Taylor, she's pretty, and then there's always the white knight theory of men never want to see a pretty woman being raked over the fucking coals. So niggas are gonna come in and play Captain Save-A-Ho even if she's dead ass wrong.
Yeah.
And all it takes is one white knight to start the fucking tide turning the other way.
Yep.
And in this case, Cam Newton was that white knight. And Stephen A fell into the same trap of attacking Jason Whitlock for his commentary instead of attacking the fucking legal brief, the legal filing, and what is being alleged.
That's why I'm like, the whole thing with Skip was the start of this, and there's no talk of that.
Zero.
That's just out the window.
Zero. Because he has so much goodwill in the sports media fucking world, nobody wants to believe it.
Yeah.
Oh man, Skip an asshole. He ain't no sexual harasser. Come on now. He Ernestine. I had a tweet that went crazy. I said Skip was gonna put his Team Jordans on her neck. That shit went crazy. Somebody said, damn, how you do that? I said, oh, you must don't know. It's an angle you get from the back. You whip that foot around, step right on the bitch neck, in between her neck and her ear.
Shit.
Press that face down in the bed.
Yeah, but I got nothing else.
Hey, man, this has been a phenomenal episode, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, share this video. That's the only way that the channel was going to grow. We got some great guests coming up soon. We got Tom Pender from TP Taxes. We got Pastor Carl coming on the show. We are.
Oh, that's who PC is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the party promoter.
No, I genuinely didn't. When I seen, I'm like, who the hell is PC? Oh, Carl.
Yeah, so Pastor Carl. Yeah. So we got Pastor Carl coming on next week. We want to reset the algorithm and the talking points and all that on the culture. Do some election recap. Do some, talk about Beat the Block. Talk about his relationship with Bezos, with Van Jones.
I gotta get with Carl. I'm trying to get this job. I need Carl to do something for me. So yeah.
Okay, we need to bless your resume.
Yeah. Put that knife on my head. Listen, nigga. All right.
Make something happen. But yeah, man, if y'all not subscribed to the Patreon, make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Free $99 for the first week on the VIP tier. Patreon.com/officialTRPE and all of that. We'll be back, man, next week, man. We pumping these episodes out, man. We not stopping, man. Like I said, we got a lot of dope guests coming up. So be on the lookout for that. And y'all be cool how y'all be cool, man. Enjoy y'all week and get y'all ass on Patreon.
We out.
Peace.